This game is starting late. They even gave the folks extra time to get in. Going to jump again. New York trying to get some accuracy from the guard spots, although Cheeks is shooting over 61% in the first two games. The Knicks controlling the tip. Cheeks with it off to the right, into Ewing, right of the lane against Cartwright. He comes across, turnaround shot is in. This is the way they started Sunday. Going to Ewing.
Doesn't get the ball on that side that often, but that time he got it. Instead of the fadeaway, went right to the hoop.
Horace Grant guarded by Ewing, so they start with Oakley on Cartwright. Pippen out front, swings it left to Paxson. Michael Jordan to the left against Wilkins. Jordan goes baseline around Oakley. A pitch out to Grant. Horace comes up shooting, banked it in. Horace Grant hit it straight in out front off the glass. 2-2 tie and Cheeks in the Knicks front court. New York at home this year, 21-20. Here's Ewing. Kicks out to Cheeks. He comes up shooting good, top of the key. Maurice Cheeks continuing to shoot well.
One thing they never talk about with Cheeks is his great shooting ability. He shows it here in this series.
Knicks up 4-2. Pippen on the drive, in for the right, scoops it in and draws the foul on Patrick Ewing.
Boy, he went right on Kiki Vandeweghe, changed it up and came down left and then swung back to the right and went up for the layup, and Patrick gives him the bump. So Scotty opens up. The Bulls doing what they like to do, attack the basket. They got to the line
a lot on Sunday.
In
fact, the Knicks felt that they didn't get a fair shake in that regard, but New York, other than Ewing inside, they didn't have any inside play. Free throw made by Pippen. The Bulls lead at 5-4. Cheeks trapped in the backcourt. Jump pass to Ewing. Ewing dribbles across against Cartwright. Gives it up to Oakley in the left corner. Out front, it's Cheeks. He unloads a three. It's no good. The rebound tipped to the floor and out of bounds to the Knicks. Bill Cartwright must have felt somebody else touched it. He didn't react to the ball. It went off Michael.
Yeah, he thought Michael had it. I think was starting to break out of the pack.
New York to throw in, baseline right, Vandeweghe. Triggers to Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins off to the right, a bounce pass into Ewing, low right. Ewing against Cartwright in the lane. Jordan blocks the shot. Pippen clears it out of there. Scotty on the push, Bulls into the front court. Pippen picks it up, outside left, it's Jordan. Michael Jordan against Wilkins. Jordan goes into Cartwright against Ewing. Cartwright double teamed and lost the ball. Pushed a foul on Cheeks in the corner.
They went into the double team. Oakley banged him out into the baseline, and then Cheeks came in to really put the double team on, and he commits the foul. So the Knicks feeling that...
That's an interesting switch, huh? Doubling Cartwright. New York wants Bill to make that decision on when to pass out of the double team. So Scottie Pippen to make the inbounds pass. The Bulls a 1-point lead. Pippen comes in on the left side to Cartwright. Grant has it right of the key. Horace plays it left to Jordan. The outside jumper, good. Michael Jordan hitting wide left. 7-4 Chicago. 5 straight points for the Bulls. Angling left is Cheeks on the drive. Gets inside on Paxson. Lays it up, no good.
Michael hit the board. Michael hit the board.
The basket.
That's the thing we were looking for Sunday when Ewing hit the board on a shot on Jordan. But Jordan, they said, hit the board as
the ball was
Cheeks
still
went up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the goaltend, New York has cut it to 1 at 7-6.
And they come back to put pressure on the Bulls.
Cartwright inbounding, drops it in play to Pippen against Vandeweghe. Scottie Pippen in the front court, outside left against Vandeweghe. Shot clock at 12. Pippen gives it up to Grant, wide to the right, guarded loosely by Ewing. Horace with 7 on the shot clock. Now to Cartwright, out high against Oakley. He hands it to Pippen, 3 to shoot. Scotty comes in, left of the lane, lean in shot, rimming good. He got the shot down on the big guy, Patrick Ewing. A 9-6 Chicago lead. New York on the attack. Wilkins out front, shoots a 3 on Pippen and hits it. Gerald Wilkins ties the game.
This is a guy they need a game from. He can put points on the board from him.
He's struggling early, coming back from the injury. Pippen on the move in the lane, shoots it up, bank, no. Horace with a follow, blocked by Ewing. Ball on the deck to Ewing. Ewing ahead to Wilkins, blowing in for the right for the dunk, and the Knicks take the lead. Gerald Wilkins with their last 5, and it's New York up 2.
This is the emotional charge we talked about. The Bulls play right through this.
And they're going to take a 20. Phil Jackson taking his 22nd timeout. And 11-9 lead, and Patrick Ewing erasing Pippen's bid. Actually, it was Horace Grant's follow-up.
He reacted really well because he took a shot at Pippen's drive, and then he also was able to recover and get the block on Grant and come back to feed Wilkins for the breakaway basket. But Phil likes to see their big guys coming down the court with that ball and bringing it out. But this guy has really helped them out, Gerald Wilkins.
Well, we have a moment. Sports Channel would like to welcome its affiliate, Times Mirror Cable, and their subscribers in Lafayette, Indiana. And, of course, we welcome our radio audience listening on the Bulls Radio Network. The flagship station, of course, WLUP AM 1000. Horace Grant's 20-footer, no good, left to the key, and Ewing the rebound. The Knicks the ball in front by 2. Cheeks has it off to the left against Paxson. Cheeks a standing dribble outside left into Oakley against Grant. Charles swings the hook up, no good. Horace Grant the rebound. Oak went with that swinging gate hook shot. The Bulls back with a chance to tie. Out front, Pippen. On the left side, it's Grant, guarded by Ewing. Now to Paxson, his shot left to the key, good. John Paxson hits his first one tonight.
This is a guy that's had trouble shooting, Jim, from the outside. He's going to be a big key in this game.
Pax is 3 for 14 in the first 2 games, and tonight he hits his first one. You're right, he's due to really go off. Here's Wilkins picking it up out to Cheeks. He fires, no good, head of the key. Ball on the floor to Pippen. Scottie Pippen comes into the front court. The Knicks cover. Now Pippen on the drive. Takes Vandeweghe left of the lane. Wide left Paxson. Back into Pippen. Paxson has it left corner, 14 to shoot. Into Pippen. Scottie against Vandeweghe. Outside Paxson. Cartwright spins left of the lane. Shoots it over Ewing. Bank no, but a foul. Is it on Ewing?
I think it's on the oak tree.
It's on Vandeweghe. That's his first, and Cartwright shoots 2. Bill Cartwright hasn't missed yet in this series. 5 straight from the free throw line. Cartwright drills that first one. So the Bulls take the lead, 12-11. Cartwright 8 of 13 from the field against New York in the first 2 games. And the second free throw is in. The Bulls in front by 2. Against the press, Cheeks in the backcourt. Now to Wilkins. Ahead to Oakley. Oakley blowing in from the right. Under to Vandeweghe for the dunk. Good job by the Knicks against the Bulls' pressure. And the game tied at 13. Scottie Pippen blowing past Vandeweghe into the front court. Takes it baseline right all the way inside and scores on Ewing. Pippen with 7. That's the Bulls' game plan. Attack Vandeweghe on the dribble. And John McLeod is taking his timeout here with 7:15 left in the opening quarter. Chicago up to 15-13 on the Bulls Network.
Evidently, some people have money to burn. Why else would they pay an outrageous fee to carry a simple credit card when they could carry the Discover card, the card that charges no annual fee, yet pays cash back on every charge, which means it puts money into your pocket instead of burning a hole in it. It pays to Discover.
Sharon, I can't make the presentation. Think you can do it?
Me?
When every call counts, count on Ameritech Mobile. Backed by AT&T technology and equipment across each and every mile.
If Thompson won't buy it, here's what you say.
Got it. Stay right there. That's it. Any questions? Yes, Miss Thompson?
I don't buy it.
Well, Miss Thompson,
Connect with the leader, Ameritech Mobile.
This copyright program is presented by the authority of the NBA and the Chicago Bulls, intended for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the NBA, the Bulls, Sports Channel Chicago, and WLUP AM 1000 is prohibited. The Bulls would like to do the right thing and win this one in 3 tonight.
Like to spike this team.
Cheeks to inbound with 19 on the shot clock. He comes into Oakley out front. Now Gerald Wilkins has it. Wilkins guarded by Jordan. Gives it up on the right side to Oakley. Horace Grant backs away from him. Charles looking in. Gives it to Ewing right of the lane. Knocked away, and Ewing saves in the right corner and then throws it out of bounds, going inside with a pass. So the Bulls have forced a New York turnover. Paxson brings it up. Pax working at front court, ahead to Grant, off to the right. Boy, look, Ewing nowhere around him. Horace out beyond the three-point strike. In the right corner, it's Jordan against Vandeweghe. Michael on the move, reload jumper out front, good over Wilkins. Michael Jordan with 4.
Vintage Jordan.
Yes, sir. And the Bulls have scored the last 4 to take the 4-point lead at 17-13. Ewing with the ball at the foul line, plays it baseline left to Vandeweghe, off the drive, in deep, shoots it in off the glass. Kiki Vandeweghe took up slack along the left baseline. The Knicks within 2. Pippen beats pressure in the backcourt on the dribble. Out front, Paxson. On the right side, it's Jordan. Michael Jordan guarded by Vandeweghe. Pippen has it left the lane. Now to Paxson on the right side. He comes up shooting. Rimming, no. Horace Grant with a follow on Oakley. No good, and Charles Oakley the rebound. Horace had it, though. He had a point-blank shot. Wouldn't go. Now Cheeks right back on the drive. Lays it in. He saw Bill Cartwright's head was turned, and he drove it right down the lane. Vandeweghe picks it off. The Knicks with a chance at the lead. Here's Wilkins out front against Horace Grant. Left side is Cheeks. Cheeks against Paxson. Cheeks on the move, right side Vandeweghe. Jordan has him. Vandeweghe driving into the lane, scoop shot blocked, but a foul on Pippen, and Vandeweghe shoots 2.
Now they start to take the ball to the hole a little bit, something they haven't done in the Chicago area. But here, Kiki Vandeweghe, an outstanding free throw shooter, brings it on in. And
Maurice Cheeks, he's such a solid veteran player. His skills may have diminished some, but he's so smart. He saw Bill had his head turned looking for Ewing, and so he just took it all the way to the hoop and laid it in. And now Vandeweghe hits the free throw, and the Knicks have the lead. Vandeweghe coming up with a steal off the inbounds pass. New York 5 straight points, 18-17 score, 5:34 left in the opening quarter, and Vandeweghe hits the second one. The Knicks go up by 2. John Paxson brings it up against Cheeks. Paxson front court to the right. Picked up by Wilkins in the switch. Now Pippen being guarded by Cheeks in deep. They go to Scotty for the layup. Good play. Scotty Pippen with 9. John Paxson read the mismatch beautifully. Got the ball into Pippen. And the Bulls pull even at 19. Wilkins directs traffic, gives it up to Cheeks between the circles. Paxson has him. Cheeks fires a pass left to Vandeweghe. Off the drive to the hoop and scoops it in. Kiki Vandeweghe with 8. Pippen up court to Jordan. Michael off to the right, doubled up. Jordan on the drive, in for the right, pull-up jumper. Bank, no. Knicks the rebound. Oakley comes out with it. Gives it up to Cheeks. 4:48 left first quarter. Cheeks strolls off to the right. Bounce pass into Wilkins out of bounds. Knocked out by the Bulls. The Knicks have it with 15 on the shot clock. Baseline right.
good quarter here for the Knicks. They're attacking the basket, not relying on everything outside, Jim.
And Vandeweghe comes into Ewing off to the right. Now Wilkins has it against Jordan. Right side Vandeweghe drops the pass out of bounds, intended for Ewing in low right. So the Bulls the ball down 2 with 4:36 left in the first quarter. Against the press, Paxson brings it up against Cheeks. Paxson comes into the front court. Gives it up to Pippen out front to the left. Back to Paxson between the circles. The shot clock is at 10. New York doing a good job pressuring the ball. Pippen's jumper no good right baseline. Oakley the New York rebound. On ahead to Cheeks. The Knicks back with a 2-point lead. Cheeks in the front court. Left corner 3 try on the way. Wilkins missing. Ewing the rebound. Fadeaway jumper. Good. And New York goes up by 4. Patrick Ewing with 4 points. 23-19. Scottie Pippen doubled up shy of the timeline, ahead to Grant. Now to Paxson. He shoots it left to the key. Rimming no, and the rebound to Vandeweghe. Up court, Cheeks. On ahead to Wilkins. In on Pippen. Scoops it in. Gerald Wilkins scores. He's got 7, and the Knicks have opened up a 6-point lead.
The Knicks are running and not slowing it down like they did in game 2.
Pippen into the front court for the Bulls, and the Bulls take time. Timeout Chicago with 3:33 left in the quarter. Madison Square Garden likes what it sees so far. 25-19 New York on the Bulls Network.
The hottest sales event is almost over. Hurry, and you can still get red-hot deals in our biggest selection ever. We've still got the models you want, like Celica, Camry, Corolla, even economical Tercels. Hurry in to get factory-to-dealer incentives, special option packages, immediate delivery plus dealer discounts. But you've got to get down to your Toyota dealer fast, because hottest is going fast, fast, fast.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Weigel. Tonight, after the Bulls take on the New York Knicks, turn to Eyewitness Sports for all the high-flying playoff action from around the league.
And I'm Jim Rose. We'll have a live report from Madison Square Garden in New York and interviews with your favorite Bulls.
Catch Eyewitness Sports after the game on Channel 7 Eyewitness News tonight at 10.
The Bulls are going to Disney World September 4th through the 8th, and you can go along an incredible vacation for families with plenty to do for adults. The Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, and Disney MGM Studios. Enjoy private parties with Scottie Pippen, John Paxson, Craig Hodges, and B.J. Armstrong. Stay at the Disney Contemporary Resort and fly Delta. Call 1-800-342-9889 and have a ball with the Bulls at Walt Disney World. The Knicks on a 12-2 run, and they're beating the Bulls at their own game. 10 fast break points to the Bulls, 2. New York in front by 6. Here's Horace Grant shooting it left of the lane over Ewing and hitting it. Horace Grant has 4, and the Bulls are down by 4. 25-21 score. Cheeks outside left on Paxson. Cheeks goes over the top to Ewing and throws it away, but a foul on Cartwright. Cartwright with his first. The Bulls with 2 team fouls. In the Spectrum tonight, 76ers going for the sweep, leading Milwaukee 23-16 in the first quarter. Gerald Wilkins off to the right, calling a play. Wilkins picks it up. Now Ewing has it right of the lane. Comes up shooting, and it's around and out. Scottie Pippen the rebound. The Bulls come back looking to cut it to 2. Pippen slows it down off to the left. New York doing a good job of getting the Bulls into their half-court offense. Paxson feeds Jordan open, baseline right, good. Michael Jordan hits it. He's got 6, and the Bulls are within 2, 25-23.
Bill Cartwright reads the double team that well that time. He looks out at Paxson, and as Maurice Cheeks goes over to pick him up, he fires it around the horn to Michael. He pops into Jay.
Now the Knicks on the attack. Wilkins has it off to the left, works around a Ewing screen, gets down the lane, shoots it up, around and in. Gerald Wilkins with 9, and that equals his series best to this point. Scottie Pippen into the Bulls front court. Left around a Cartwright screen, backs it out. Oakley has him. Shot clock at 14. A pass to Cartwright out of bounds. No, saved in play by the Knicks, and here comes Cheeks on the drive in the front court. Wide to the right is Wilkins. Wilkins over the top into Oakley. Back out to Wilkins. The long jumper, good. Gerald Wilkins is on fire. He's got 11. New York in front by 6, 29-23.
Gerald Wilkins was on Bill Cartwright that time, and he wouldn't let Bill feel him defensively, and that's when he got the steal.
The Bulls in the front court. Jordan has it outside left against Vandeweghe. Now into Cartwright, guarded by Oakley. Cartwright, low left. Back out to Pippen. Scotty takes up slack. Inside, lost the ball, out of bounds. The Bulls very careless.
Yeah, Mo Cheeks is going anytime. He's
They run ahead to Vandeweghe, all the way to the hoop. His hook shot is missed. Cartwright the rebound. Michael Jordan brings it back for the Bulls. The Bulls work it left to right. Jordan in the front court, top of the key. On the drive, down the lane, drops it for Grant. Ball loose on the floor. What's the deal? Got a foul on Oakley. First foul on Oakley. First in the last 2 minutes, and now Brian Quinnett comes in for the Knicks. And Kiki Vandeweghe goes out. A good start for New York. They lead it by 6, 1:29 left to go in the first quarter.
Mo Cheeks is doubling Bill every time.
Yep. New York lighting him up from the back court with Wilkins back in the lineup. Here's Pippen. Baseline left, guarded by Wilkins. Scotty had it snuffed on him, and New York comes away with the ball. Gerald Wilkins blocked the shot by Pippen. And now here's Wilkins getting down the lane. Loose ball to Jordan. The Bulls come out. Michael in a hard push to Pippen for the jam. And the Bulls get a fast break bucket impressively. 29-25 Knicks. 1 minute left to go in the quarter. And now it's the Knicks who elect to walk the ball up the floor. Cheeks in the front court, off to the left against Jordan. Cheeks is standing dribble, 12 on the shot clock. Outside jumper by Cheeks missing. Horace Grant the rebound inside of Oakley. The Bulls coming back with a chance to cut it to 2. Pippen in the front court, 40 seconds left in the quarter. Scotty top of the circle. Feeds it right side to Jordan. Jordan guarded by Cheeks. Michaels 3-try from the right missing. Rebound. Horace Grant tips it out of bounds. And now B.J. Armstrong comes for Paxson, and Trent Tucker coming in for Gerald Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins giving the Knicks a big lift here in Game 3. 29.3 left to go in the quarter. New York has it in play. Oakley on the dribble. Shot clock at 18-6 difference. Tucker tracks down a loose ball in the corner. 15 to shoot. Out to the left, it's Tucker, guarded by Jordan. Tucker around an Oakley screen. The Bulls chase him. Michael slides through that pick. Ewing has it on the drive into the lane and scoops it in. He went a long way without dribbling the ball. 7 seconds. Scottie Pippen into the front court for the Bulls. Jordan out to the left against Quinnett. Michael shoots at left corner. Rimming, no. Long rebound, and that's it after 1. It's New York up 6. 31-25 the score on the Bulls Network.
Guys, that's a 1, 2, 3 finish from Toyo Tires.
Annual Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Round Ball Classic. Brought to you by Coca-Cola and Pizza Hut. August 3rd and 4th in Grant Park. For more information, call 312-943-5800 or look in the newspaper on Fridays and Sundays. Well, so far for the Bulls, it's no laughing matter. They're down 6. Robert Klein on the front row, having a seat. Armstrong into the front court. The Knicks shot 64% in the first quarter. The Bulls 50. Armstrong to the right, plays it into Cartwright against Ewing, low right. Back out to Armstrong. Jordan to the left, shoots it over Quinnett. Rimming, no. Ewing the rebound. So the Bulls are going to have to find a way to get inside and score. On Sunday, they did it by spreading the court, opening up the driving lanes for Jordan and Pippen. Here's Tucker with a shot ahead of the key. Book it. Trent Tucker puts New York up by 8.
That was a big play by John McLeod to put him on the bench and start Wilkins.
And it worked. Pippen with a ball into Grant, right of the lane, guarded by Ewing. Horace turns off to Cartwright for the dunk. Good play by Horace Grant, finding Bill Cartwright wide open at the basket. 33-27. New York the lead in the ball. Mark Jackson brings it up, guarded by Armstrong. Jackson backs his way into the front court, off to the right. Jackson is standing dribble, 10 on the shot clock. Right corner, Quinnett, bounce pass under to Oakley. He's got the layup and a foul on Horace Grant.
And the best it is right. Horace with the foul. They worked to get inside. Quinnett gave him a bounce pass. Really got easy access under the basket that time. I'll tell you what's going to be real key. Two guys are going to have to step forward to shoot the ball. It's going to be Armstrong and Paxson because they're doubling. Their man are doubling. They cannot look to pass the ball from the 10 to 15-foot area, Jim. They've got to put the ball up and in the hole.
Charles Oakley, 1 for 2 free throwing in the series. Hits the free throw. His three-point play gives the Knicks a 9-point lead. 36-27. Craig Hodges is in for Michael Jordan. Hodges brings it up. Pippen with the ball outside left. Now into Cartwright, left of the lane. Knocked away. Cartwright picks it up against Oakley. 10 on the shot clock. Pippen with it now outside left. Dumps it off to Cartwright. Jump hook. Rimming no. Oakley the rebound. And the Knicks come back with a 9-point lead. Quinnett blowing in for the left side. Pippen a block. Loose ball to Pippen. Scotty threw it off the foot of Tucker.
Ahead.
Oh, it went off Scotty. Pippen out of bounds.
Whoa, it looks like it went off Tucker, didn't it? Off Tucker's foot, but...
Will Perdue comes on. Gerard Mustaf comes in. Cartwright is out.
There's the block by
Ewing is out.
Scotty makes the big block and throws the ball.
Sure did look like it went off Tucker. Here's Jackson backing in on Armstrong, left side. Jackson on the move to the top of the key. Right side, Trent Tucker guarded by Hodges. Out front, it's Jackson, 10 to shoot. Jackson on the move in from the left. Jump pass to Quinnett. His shot under pressure missed. Armstrong has it. BJ on the move to Pippen. Scotty all the way to the hoop. Lays it in with the left hand. He's got 13. And the Bulls are down by 7 with 9:45 left to go in the first half. 36-29 score. 22nd timeout taken by John McLeod. 9:41 remaining in the half. And the Knicks used their 20 here in the first half.
Scottie Pippen, great athletic move. He got the pass, went underneath, went with the left hand, in and out of traffic. A beautiful job. You know, we mentioned Michael Jordan started off his scoring, Jim, in the playoffs with 1,896 points in 53 games. Well, he passed Oscar Robertson, Chet Walker, Gus Williams, and Walt Frazier, who is here today. He passed them all, and he did it in a very short time. Right now, Michael's sitting on the bench with 6 points. Scottie Pippen doing the yeoman work here, and now it's the Bulls' bench strength against the strength of the Knicks off their bench, and the Bulls get Will Perdue in the lineup now.
Joining Hodges, Armstrong, Pippen, and Grant. New York with Gerard Mustaf, Charles Oakley, Trent Tucker, Brian Quinnett, and Mark Jackson to throw in with 19 on the shot clock. Jackson looks to bring it in. On the right side of the front court, he comes into Mustaf. Oakley out front. A one-bounce dribble, now dumps it into Quinnett. Against Pippen. Quinnett under pressure. Left corner, it's Tucker. 8 to shoot. Tucker against Hodges. Tucker works it baseline, slips through, and lays it up. No. Rebound Mustaf, and he dunks it and is fouled. The Bulls, 1, didn't stop Tucker along the baseline, and 2, did not get the defensive rebound.
Good play by this young man. I mentioned he should only be a junior, but Mustaf has got great jumping ability. Their #1 pick. He gets the ball as Oakley gets shoved out of the way, went up and powered it down. His minutes were limited in game 2 in Chicago. He got his nose broken on a defensive play against Horace Grant. And now Gerald Wilkins comes back in. They're going to bring their athlete into play with their unit as the Bulls have kept Scottie Pippen on the floor.
Mustaf's free throw good. The Knicks lead it by 10. 39-29. Wilkins is in for Quinnett. Armstrong out front against Jackson. On the right side, Horace Grant. Oakley backs away. Horace takes up slack. Now to Pippen, low right against Wilkins. Scotty backs in with a fake, and he draws the foul, turning for the left-hand shot. I think Oakley stabbed at him.
I thought he did too, but
it's on Wilkins, his first.
Scotty got underneath. Wilkins is with him, but last second Oakley comes in, and I think Oakley was trying to cry that he wasn't around.
9:04 left in the half. Stacey King getting ready to come on for the Bulls.
Jimmy, the Knicks in game 1 had 36 points at the halftime. They got 39 now.
Scotty misses the free throw. King is in. Horace Grant is out.
That was a big move to put Tucker on the bench. He was 4 out of 17, not shooting well. So John McLeod starts Wilkins. He comes up with 11 in the first quarter with a 3-point shot in there.
And now McLeod has Kenny Walker in for Oakley to match up with King. These are tough matchups for Stacey King and Will Perdue because Mustaf and Walker are so quick. And they're great leapers. Scottie Pippen misses both free throws, but Perdue gets the basket. It was pinned on the glass. Good job by Will on the offensive rebound. 39-31 New York. So the Bulls come away with 2 after all. Now Wilkins. Into the front court for the Knicks, and Hodges guarding him. Mark Jackson out front against Armstrong. Left side Tucker. Pippen slides through to pick him up. Shot clock at 7. Gerald Wilkins off the drive. Low right jumper. Bank no. Tip. Rebound. Pippen saves to Armstrong. Here come the Bulls back left to right. Scottie Pippen on the drive. Down the lane. Yes! Monster dunk. 15 points for Pippen. The Bulls are within 6 with 8:25 left in the half. Kenny Walker dribbles into the front court for the Knicks. The pressure defense having its effect. King knocks the ball into the back court, and it is out of bounds to New York with 11 on the shot clock. Maurice Cheeks and Kiki Vandeweghe coming back in for the Knicks.
Scottie Pippen with a power jam over the top of Gerard, Mustaf, and everybody else. Exploded down the lane.
In Philadelphia tonight, it's a 6-point lead for the Sixers in the second quarter of Game 3. And in Atlanta, the Hawks up 15 on the Pistons in the first quarter. 30-15. Atlanta trying to go up 2-1. Inside pass tipped away to Stacey King. Stripped by Tucker. Tucker fans off into the left corner and comes up shooting. Rimming no. Scottie Pippen the rebound. Ahead to Armstrong. Now to King.
Run!
Out of bounds.
Oh, man, he stopped running. BJ kept him. No, man, they really pushed the ball down, and Stacey stopped it for some reason. Had his hand out waving for it and then slowed down.
Right now for the Bulls, it's 1-on-5 almost. Scottie Pippen, the only guy making contributions for the Bulls. Here's Cheeks off to the left. 15 to shoot. Cheeks peels out on Armstrong. Comes back out around a Walker screen. Now to Vandeweghe. Low left. Shoots it over Pippen. Missing. Rebound. Mustaf. Will blocked by Perdue, but a foul called, and Mustaf shoots too. Will Perdue with his second foul.
Vandeweghe took the shot. It came off the rim. Will sitting down in front. A good bounce for Mustaf. A good athlete, this young man. Went up to try to stuff it again, and they attacked the basket, Jim. They're getting to the free throw line. Mustaf for 2. He's got 3 in the game so far.
That was on a 3-point play. Now he's got 4. Horace Grant back in. Perdue is out.
This is that matchup you talked about. It's tough for Will to play a forward like Mustaf.
Right. Mustaf, not a good free throw shooter, although 2 for 2 tonight. 3 for 3, and the Knicks are back to an 8-point lead, 41-33. Scottie Pippen brings it up, pressured by Tucker. Pippen outside left corner, Hodges. Hodges comes out. He's double teamed. Now to Horace Grant. Back out to Hodges. Hodges driving on Vandeweghe. Lean in shot. Bank no good for the left. King misses the tip. Walker the rebound. And now it's Cheeks into the New York front court. Timeout New York. 7:06 left in the half. The Knicks have an 8-point lead. 41-33 on the Bulls Network.
And as part of the MetLife David One program, tonight MetLife is...
As coach of the New York Giants, I know plenty about sports drinks. That's why my players get Gatorade. Those new so-called sports drinks, if you ask me, they're way too sweet. And they're carbonated. When you're thirsty, you want something smooth, cool, easy going down. To me, there's only one sports drink, Gatorade. Leonard, don't even think about it.
You?
Yeah, me.
Russ, you have no eye for color.
I'm picking out the paint. I know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You can do it, Russ. This True Test custom color system makes it easy to match colors, just like a decorator.
Admit it, Ellen. I picked out the perfect colors.
Yes, but who would ever believe it?
You can do it with True Value hardware stores.
America loves the Honda Accord and has never been more faithful. Now the Accord is even easier to love because you can lease it with no down payment for $199 a month. The Honda Accord Love 'em and Lease 'em plan. True love for the life of your lease.
White Sox baseball tomorrow at 1:30 on Sports Channel. They take on the Milwaukee Brewers from County Stadium. 1:30 tomorrow here on Sports Channel. New York in front by 8. Phil Jackson has Michael Jordan coming back in to replace Scottie Pippen. And Gerald Wilkins comes back for the Knicks, so it's Wilkins, Mustaf, Vandeweghe, Walker, and Cheeks. The Hawks leading the Pistons by 12 in the second quarter, 37-25 in the Omni.
Here's a tough matchup right here.
Yes, sir. Wilkins and Hodges. Wilkins off to the left side, leads over the dribble, a jump pass into Mustaf against King, and Armstrong picks up the foul, reaching in on it. B.J. Armstrong with his first.
Mustaf comes to life here. He goes back to the free throw line. He's been a very, very quiet competitor in the 2 games.
3 for 3 free throwing tonight. 5 points scored. Free throw is in. New York has opened up a 9-point lead at 42-33. Their biggest has been 10. And John McLeod is able to rest Patrick Ewing for a long stretch here in the first half.
He's trying to match up some athletes to the Bulls athletes out there now.
Mustaf missing the free throw, and Stacey King with a rebound. And now Hodges brings it up. Hodges left around a Jordan pick. Wilkins picks him up. Now Grant has it out front. 12 on the shot clock. On the left side, it's Hodges. Horace Grant looking into King. Right side, Jordan. 5 to shoot. Jordan against Vandeweghe. Jordan fakes on Vandeweghe. Hodges pumps the 3 out front. Rimming, no. Rebound, Cheeks. The Bulls with nothing but a bailout shot that trip. And now Vandeweghe sets up for 3. It's good from the right side.
Yes.
Their second 3 of the game, and the Knicks are up 12. 6:14 left in the half. The Bulls getting nothing out of their offense here in the first half. Here's Horace Grant, left of the lane, hands to Armstrong. His jumper missed from the left. Stacey King with a follow block. Jordan follows good. Michael Jordan on the offensive board. And now the Bulls have as many offensive rebounds as they did in the entire game on Sunday. 45-35 New York with 5:48 left. Out front, it's Wilkins working around a Walker screen. Right side, Vandeweghe. Vandeweghe, Jordan knocks it loose and steals the ball from him off the dribble. The Bulls back in transition. Armstrong a gimme. Finally, the Bulls an easy basket. B.J. with his first 2, and the New York lead is 8 with 5:29 left. 45-37. First half here in Madison Square Garden. Outside left, Vandeweghe. Armstrong a steal on a pass outside to Wilkins. Now to Hodges. Craig's got the layup. Finally, the Bulls getting something with their pressure defense.
They hit the board.
The inbounds pass is out of bounds to the Bulls. It hit behind the backboard. And now the Bulls will throw in with a chance to cut it to 4 with 5:12 left in the half.
Man, they guarded the man with the ball out of bounds, which was Wilkins. He threw the ball. It hit off the back of the board. And that's a violation for the Bulls. So now big quick substitutions. Cartwright comes back in for King. Here comes Oakley for Walker. Patrick Ewing is back.
For Mustaf.
Good job by the 2 guards now, and BJ and Haji.
Bulls have it in play. Horace Grant hands it to Armstrong off to the left. Left corner, Jordan. Michael on the drive. Reverse layup. No good with the left hand, and Oakley the rebound. Oakley gives it up to Cheeks, so the Knicks come back still in front by 6. Right corner, Vandeweghe. Lean-in jumper is missed, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
That's as good as 2 in the bank right now.
Armstrong on the foul.
Michael broke out of that corner too quick, I think, even for himself. He really exploded.
Talked about that inbounds pass hit behind the board. It was Wilkins trying to throw it in over Hodges. Vandeweghe 2 for 2 tonight. 11 for 12 in the series coming in. He drops the first one. So he is 14 for 15. John Paxson coming back for the Bulls. B.J. Armstrong going out. 4:54 left in the half, and the Knicks lead it by 7. Just like on Sunday, the Bulls really struggling in their half-court offense. Vandeweghe hits both free throws. Kiki Vandeweghe with 13 points.
The layup did no good.
Lane violation. No free throw for Vandeweghe. So the Bulls have it down 7. And Jordan into the front court. Outside left, Hodges against Vandeweghe. Paxson has it against Cheeks. Right side, Grant. Right corner, Jordan. Michael against Wilkins. Jordan with 8 to shoot. On the drive, turnaround shot, low right, blocked by Wilkins. Ball loose, out of bounds to the Knicks.
Good defensive job on Jordan that time. Wilkins got some help. They blocked it.
Cheeks fires it on ahead to Wilkins in the right corner against Hodges. Gerald Wilkins trying to take Craig one-on-one. Backs him into the lane. Turns with a jumper. Rimming, no. Tipped outside to Hodges from Jordan. Craig pushing on the drive. And he's fouled by Cheeks out in the open court. No basket for Hodges. Cheeks with his second foul.
Bulls still sitting in good position here, Jim.
They are. They're only down 7 and 4:14 left in the first half. And remember, the longer the Bulls stay competitive and stay close and keep the pressure on, the more the Knicks begin to feel the offseason. Scottie Pippen back in. Craig Hodges did a good job while he was in there.
Right, he and BJ in the back were very good. Oakley's shoving Cartwright around now. He's trying to get some position. Oak just keeps pushing him on out.
Pippen to throw in. Foul line extended left. He looks to bring it in. Comes into Jordan in the left corner. Jordan against Vandeweghe. Michael comes out. Oakley jumps at him. Now Paxson swings it to Pippen. Baseline right on the drive. In on Ewing. Right on Ewing. Lefty dunk by Pippen. He's got 17. Scottie Pippen has been spectacular in the first half. The Bulls have cut it to 5. 46-41 with 3:52 left to go.
Knicks have slowed it down now too, Jim.
Oakley holding left. Throws over the top, gets it right back, knocked right back to him. Now Vandeweghe driving inside, block. Jordan comes away with it. Bulls on the push, 2-on-1. Packs to the hoop, lays it in with the left hand. John Paxson with 4. The Bulls have cut it to 3. 46-43. Cheeks into the front court for the Knicks, and New York is taking time with 3:24 left in the half. We got a 3-point game working. New York 46, the Bulls 43. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Hi. Did they really expect us to call them?
I'm telling you. Hello.
Nothing beats the mud. Stop by any Chicagoland White Castle and pick up your free Bulls bumper sticker. Well, the Bulls were down 12, and now a 10-1 burst has cut that New York lead down to 3 with 3:24 left in the first half. In Philadelphia tonight, the 76ers lead Milwaukee 45-39 in the second quarter. 76ers going for the sweep in that series. And that winner gets this winner. New York has it in play. Cheeks off to the right against Paxson. Cheeks with 12 to shoot. Dumps into Ewing. Pippen on the double. A cross-court flip out to Vandeweghe. Right back to Cheeks. And he sticks another long-range jumper on the right side. Maurice Cheeks with 8 points in the game. And the Knicks back to a 5-point lead. Michael Jordan walks it up for the Bulls. On the right side, it's Pippen, guarded by Vandeweghe. 12 to shoot. Alley-oop to Jordan, and he guides it in off the glass from Scottie Pippen. Michael's got 10. The Bulls within 3 again. Now the Bulls in search of a defensive stop. Cheeks in the front court. Wilkins out front. Plays it left to Vandeweghe. Pippen on him. Vandeweghe off the drive. Baseline left. Missed the shot. Drew the foul. He shoots 2.
Vandaway, nice drive here. He just got smothered the last time he went in. He fakes to the right, comes down left, goes by Scottie Pippen, starts up for the shot. He gets the shot blocked by Jordan, Grant, and Pippen, but bodied by him.
Scottie Pippen on the foul.
Second foul.
Kiki Vandaway, second all-time in playoff shooting, 91%. It's the first of 2 here. Now Vandaway with 13 points in the game. He's got a 3-point field goal tonight. The Knicks lead it by 4. 2:36 left to go in the half. Vandaway again. That's in. New York up 50-45. Against the press, the Bulls come into Pippen. And now Paxson brings it up. Paxson guarded by Gerald Wilkins. Pax into the front court. Standing dribble out front. Now Michael Jordan out front against Vandaway. Paxson has it off to the right. 8 to shoot. Pax off the drive. Plays it left to Jordan. Doubled up into Pippen. Scotty in deep. Hands it off to Grant. Reverse layup is in. Super passing in close quarters.
Boy, it's tough, too, when you get down there. You got a big guy like Ewing. You can spread out, and you get the 3-second lane violation.
50-47. New York the lead in the ball. Cheeks has it front court to the left. They're going into Ewing this time, it would appear. Cheeks gets it to him down low left. Patrick comes up shooting. Rimming no. Cleared by Pippen. Scottie Pippen coming back on the dribble. The Bulls trying to cut it to 1. Grant spins in. Got fouled by Vandaway. Kiki Vandaway with his second foul, and Horace Grant shoots 2.
That time, just the athletic ability of Horace to get on out.
Whoa.
Oh, he said he wasn't going. Where was he?
What do you think he was going to do making that spin move?
Yes.
We're not talking about Nate Archibald here in terms of passing off the dribble and off the move.
Oh, boy.
Horace, a big man, when he spins inside, he's going for his goal. Pippen inbounding to Paxson. Outside left, it's Michael Jordan against Vandaway. They dump into Cartwright around Oakley, but there's Ewing. Loose ball to Pippen. So the Bulls have it. Left side, Jordan. Jordan, a 3-try on Vandaway. Rimming, no. And Ewing, the New York rebound. Knicks on the push. Cheeks brings it down. Oakley to the hoop. Lays it up. Good. And a foul on Jordan.
Michael looking for the offensive play, but it's not. Oakley gets the basket, so they come right back here with an opportunity at a 3-point play.
I tell you what, the Bulls are really missing the boat here. They've got Vandaway guarding Michael Jordan. If the Bulls go to what they used on Sunday when they went into the spread and just let Michael take him on the dribble, this game would be not much in doubt right now. But Oakley's on the line. He's got 5 points in the ball game. Misses the free throw. Cartwright the rebound. Paxson has to come back for the ball. Now Scottie Pippen brings it up. 52-47 New York. 1:18 left. Now here's Jordan being guarded by Vandaway way out to the left. Michael on the drive. In from the left. Off to Horace for the dunk. That's how you play this game.
Foul.
A foul called, and Horace Grant goes to the free throw line.
Oakley with the bump underneath.
As soon as Cartwright came out to clear that low post area to open up a little room, the Bulls have a chance at a 3-point play.
You watch it low. Watch Oakley when Michael throws the pass in. Here he goes. He comes up and gives him an arm in the back, and Oak causes the foul. Grant with the free throw. 1:10 to go here. The Bulls chance to close it to 2.
Cliff Livingston coming in. Scottie Pippen getting a breather with.
And 2 fouls. He's got 2 fouls. They don't want to pick this one up.
What a game Scottie Pippen has going. Horace Grant's free throw is in. Horace with 9, and the Bulls are within 2. 52-50. Cheeks doubled up in the backcourt. Cheeks nearly lost it in the corner.
Jump ball.
He said
timeout.
Timeout is called by Cheeks. Now this is the deal for the Knicks. They're down to 5 on the 10-second count. We'll be back to Madison Square Garden after these messages on the Bulls Network.
If you're using a credit card to get a cash advance, razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
Jim Durham with with Johnny Kerr in Madison Square Garden. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, that's true, but what that also means is there's only 5 seconds for the Knicks to get the ball across the 10-second line.
Now, somebody's going to break long. We know somebody. It'll be Cartwright they'll have to protect, but they've got to see if they can get it over in 5 seconds. The Bulls come and pick them up.
Charles Oakley is making the inbounds pass. He lobs into Ewing. Here's Ewing on the dribble, and he does get it across in time. Out front, Wilkins, guarded by Jordan. Gerald Wilkins off to the right, leans over the dribble, 7 on the shot clock. Into Ewing, right of the lane. On the cut, Vandeweghe got a foul call. The Bulls are over the limit. Vandeweghe shoots 2.
I really understand
Cliff Levingston on the foul. I don't understand why they allowed Ewing to
take the ball and dribble to break the press.
They only had 5 seconds to get across. Kiki Vandeweghe on the free throw line.
He's been perfect until Ewing stepped over the lane on one. But that doesn't count against him.
And he's got that one down. So he's 6 in a row and has 15 points. Now John Starks is in for the Knicks. Maurice Cheeks is out with 49.4.
Well, they've attacked the basket, Jim, and they've got 13 free throws so far in the first half. He's going for 14 now.
And the Bulls are unable to attack the basket in this first half. Vandeweghe hits that other than in fast break situations. The Knicks a 4-point lead. Cartwright comes into Horace Grant.
Now they press. Now the Bulls got to get it up.
A lob pass to Paxson. A jump pass to Jordan off to the left. Michael double teamed on the drive in for the left. Gets chased into the corner. Comes right back. Through the foul. Wow.
Oh, powerhouse, J.D.
There's a poster play, folks.
Oh, Patrick. He went back, forth. He got pressured by Vandeweghe on the side. Mark Jackson comes up to get some pressure on him. He comes down in the lane. He goes back against Oakley to get a little power. Here he comes. Patrick steps out. Up he goes. Yes!
Oh,
my, oh, my.
Second foul on Ewing.
Oh.
Madison Square Garden is buzzing. Patrick Ewing tonight has been thoroughly dunked upon by Pippen and Jordan. Both of them right in his face. And Ewing sits it out the rest of the way with 36.3 left in the half. Jordan's free throw is in. The New York lead is 1. On the run, the Knicks cough it up. Levingston up with a loose ball. Hurry and you can get 2 for 1. Levingston driving into the front court, gives it to Jordan. They're going to not go 2 for 1. Michael's going to sit on it outside. 13 to shoot, 9 difference. Jordan guarded by Vandeweghe in the spread. Watch this.
Here it comes, Starks.
Michael on the move. Starks jumps at him. A pitch out to Paxson. Left baseline. It's King. 2 to shoot. Levingston in the lane. Rimming no.
Yes!
By Grant.
Oh, he wipes it off.
Gerald Garrison said Horace Grant did not get it away in time.
Violation against the clock. That's what it was.
24-second clock violation. The shot was short, and Horace tried to just push it on in.
What did they have? 20?
No. Now, if Steve Jaffe's going to overrule Gerald Garrison, you got to count the basket.
Yeah. How much time was on when the Bulls stole the ball?
And there's 8.3 on there now. I'm not going to argue with him either way.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you have a replay, you can see whether or not the red light is on when the ball leaves Horace's hands. Oh, 9.4, then it should count.
Oh, boy.
You could hear the buzzer, and it was close. Don't argue one way or the other. Now the Knicks have it in play with 6 seconds left. Gerald Wilkins into the front court against Jordan. Wilkins turns it in, shoots it up out front, short. Oakley follow, good. No. Steve Jaffe wipes that one out. So we had one each way in the final 9 seconds of the half. What a good one here in Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks hanging on for their playoff lives, trailing by 1, 54-50, or leading by 1, I should say, is New York, 54-53 on the Bulls Network.
They're the center court, and they're located at the first round level at games 10 and 14.
A rather interesting half of basketball from the Garden. We've got more coming.
Sports Channel's exclusive coverage of the Chicago Bulls in the NBA playoffs is brought to you in part by the Information and Communication Companies of Ameritech, by Amoco Silver Gasoline. Bring back the acceleration. Bring back the power. By Old Spice Deodorant, because prevention is the ultimate form of protection. Count on it. And by RCA ColorTrack 2000 Home Theater TV. RCA, changing entertainment again.
The New York Knicks also had a shot wiped out at the buzzer in the first half. So we're with a one-point game here, and Scottie Pippen having a great night. He's 8 of 11 from the field. The Bulls shot 53%, New York 54%. At the foul line, Kiki Vandeweghe has hit 7 straight for the Knicks, and they are 12 of 14 to the Bulls 5 of 7. And Scottie Pippen has 7 rebounds in the game. So he's leading the Bulls in scoring, leading the Bulls in rebounding. The Bulls have out-rebounded the Knicks 21-18. Third quarter time in Madison Square Garden.
Boy, this has been a real nail-biter. Bulls were down by 12, and everything going the way of the Knicks. The Bulls helped turn it around here.
But the Bulls with a chance at the lead as they open the third quarter with the ball. Paxson shy of the timeline. Comes across against Cheeks. Philadelphia looks like they're going to hold up their end of the bargain. They got a 16-point lead on Milwaukee in the second quarter. On the right side, it's Jordan, 5 to shoot. Michael spins in, lays it up, blocked by Ewing. Yes. He hit it on the glass. Count it. He hit his hand on the glass with a ball up there, and Jordan has 15, and the Bulls have the lead.
Michael comes in on Kiki Vandeweghe. You're right. He can beat him here. He comes in, makes a swing around, throws the ball up high, underhand, and swatted off that backboard.
55-54, the Bulls in front. Knicks on the attack. Wilkins out front has picked up the dribble. On the right side, it's Vandeweghe into Ewing. Ewing against Cartwright through traffic. Shoots it up, no good, but a foul called.
Bill.
And on the line is Ewing to shoot 2. Second foul on Cartwright.
Cartwright did a good job. Patrick Ewing had 3 for 6 in the first half, and that's what he ended up with at game 1.
No free throws attempted. He also did not attempt the free throw in game 1, but came back Sunday 8 for 10, and he rims the first one in to tie the game at 55. In the third quarter at Philadelphia, the Sixers 63, Milwaukee 49. Cartwright hits the second one. New York back up by 1. Patrick Ewing drops both free throws. He's got 8. And now it's Paxson into the front court. Wide to the right is Grant. Morris gives it up to Pippen out front. He swings left to Jordan. Now to Pippen in on Ewing. Scottie a jump pass out to Paxson. He spots up and fires. It's in. John Paxson hits the shot off to the right. And the Bulls are back in front.
Ewing doesn't know what to do now. They stuff over him twice. That time they pitch it back away from him.
Cheeks outside left, guarded by Paxson. Oakley comes to set the screen on screen roll. Cheeks still with it. Paxson has him, 10 to shoot. Now Ewing with a ball against Cartwright at the foul line. He comes up shooting and hitting. Patrick Ewing with the 4 points here in the third for the Knicks, and New York back up by 1. Now on the left side is Jordan. He drives the lane, comes out to Pippen. Scottie Pippen out between the circles. Shot clock at 13. Pippen guarded by Wilkins to the left. A bounce pass into Cartwright against Ewing. Cartwright double teamed. Cross court to Grant. Right side Paxson. Pax takes up slack. Fakes right of the lane. Off to Jordan. Michael fires. Rimming no. Patrick Ewing the rebound. Off to Cheeks. Cheeks works it front court to the right. Drives Paxson in. Feeds out to Wilkins. Wilkins takes up slack and shoots it in off the glass from the right side. Gerald Wilkins with 13. It's the Knicks in front 60-57. 4 straight points for New York. Michael Jordan guarded by Vandeweghe on the right side has stopped the dribble. Pippen has it out front. Plays a bounce pass left to Grant. 12 to shoot. Horace Grant holding. 8 on the clock into Cartwright against Oakley. 5 to shoot. Cartwright across the lane. They knock it loose. Out to Paxson. A long jumper. Good by Paxson against the shot clock. John Paxson with 8. And the Bulls are within 1. Not a very good looking offensive play, however.
Oh boy, brutal. Give me 2 though.
Here's Cheeks strolling into the front court. Off to the right. Plays it to Wilkins between the rings. On the left side, it's Vandeweghe. Vandeweghe against Pippen. Kiki Vandeweghe lean-in shot. Rimming no, and Scottie Pippen the rebound. Pippen trapped under the basket, trying to get rid of it. A hook pass out to Jordan. Now the Bulls need to push it. They got an advantage. Here comes Michael in on Wilkins. Takes it baseline right. Got a foul called on Gerald Wilkins before Jordan hit the shot. Second foul on Wilkins. First team foul on New York here in the third.
Scottie did a great job to get out of that box they had him in. It takes an athlete to do that.
And once he did, the Bulls really needed to push it because New York were down 2 at the other end. Here's Jordan out front against Wilkins. Michael drives it down the lane, lays it in on Ewing. Boy, they're going right at it. Jordan with 17. Both Jordan and Pippen have had a game scoring over Patrick Ewing tonight. 61-60. 8:50 left in the third. Cheeks has it off to the right. Standing dribble against Paxson. Here's Ewing against Cartwright. Baseline right. Ewing on the drive. What's the call? Illegal defense against the Bulls. John Paxson.
Bill got up kind of close on Patrick that time. Bill said, who was it on? He said, Pax. Oh, okay.
8:42 for the third. Cheeks drops a bounce pass into Wilkins. Off to the right, it's Vandeweghe, guarded by Pippen. Now Oakley out front. Charles takes it all the way in. A scoop pass stolen by Jordan, intended for Ewing. Michael Jordan coming back. Jump pass to Pippen in for the left for the two-hand jam, and the Bulls have a 3-point lead. And John McLeod burns a timeout with 8:25 left in the third. Chicago by 3, 63-60 on the Bulls network.
Don't worry about the traffic or the weather outside. We'll get you there safely where your ticket to ride. Pick up your pace, your suburban bus. Pick up your pace, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get you from place to place. We'll put a smile on your face. So pick up your pace. Come on and pick up, pick up, pick up. Pick up your pace. I say I'm lucky. I know I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. I found a horseshoe, couldn't go wrong. And then of course you happened along. Now I'm in clover. I'm glad all over. This is my lucky. This is my lucky. This is my lucky day.
What is the length of your round ball playing field?
94 feet.
Who's taller, you or Larry Bird?
Larry's taller, but I'm better looking.
Hey, why you stick your tongue out when you shoot? How did you get where you are today?
Chevy.
Chevy?
I drove today.
NBA playoff basketball Thursday night at 9:30. Game 4 in the Western Series. Utah-Phoenix on the Loop, AM 1000.
Jim, and the Bulls have 29 of the 29 baskets. 21 have been inside, and only 2 by their centers, Cartwright and Purdue. And they put them back in, so the Bulls are doing a good job of attacking, getting in, and stuffing the ball.
New York with the ball, and Wilkins brings it up. The Bulls lead it by 3 with 8:19 left. Oakley has it off to the right, guarded by Grant. We're in the third. Here's Vandeweghe doubled up, a pitch out left, and he threw it out of bounds. The Bulls doubled on Vandeweghe in the post, low right.
Scottie gave him all kinds of trouble, and Michael came over to double, and when he threw it to the other side, there was nobody there.
Scottie Pippen brings it up against Vandeweghe. Pippen outside, standing dribble, plays it right side to Horace Grant. Ewing on him loosely. Now Jordan top of the key against Wilkins. Michael drives it left of the lane. Spins back with a fadeaway jumper. Pow! Michael Jordan has 19, and the Bulls have opened up a 5-point lead, 65-60. This is 8 straight points for the Bulls with 7:44 left in the third. Ewing low left over Cartwright, and a foul called. Jordan blocked the shot. Ewing was fouled by Cartwright, they say, although it appeared to be the other way from this angle.
Michael just made a fadeaway on the other end of the court, and then he comes back to try to help out. Take another look here, TV viewers.
7:40 for the third, and Patrick Ewing on the line. Ewing with 10 points in the game. Hit his only 2 free throw attempts tonight earlier in the third quarter. He's in and out with that first one. 65-60. The Bulls the lead.
Really funny how a missed free throw can bring the Boo Birds up.
Ewing again. Rimming, no, and Pippen the rebound.
Pippen was inside. The Bulls were inside. He's going to get it a shot. Bill Cartwright. Oakley leans over. The first one he jumps in the lane and musty. The second one he leans over and doesn't go anywhere. 2 guys jumped in the lane. So Ewing gets a chance with Toner. Congratulations to Sig Sacklitz and the Polish Bicentennial are separated.
Ewing made the most of it. He knocks it in. He's got 11. The Bulls lead 65-61. Scottie Pippen into the front court. Pippen outside, jump pass to Paxson in the right corner, back out to Pippen. Scottie takes up slack, feeds Paxson in the right corner. He fires, rimming, no, and Ewing the rebound. Ahead to Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins blowing in on Pippen, scoops it in. New York scores in transition. Wilkins with 15. And it's a 2-point Chicago lead with 7:14 left in the third. John Paxson in the Bulls front court, hounded by Cheeks. Paxson off to the right, double team. Now Horace Grant has it out front. Right corner, Pippen. He shoots from there. In and out. Rebound, Oakley. Jordan steals the ball. Michael Jordan, left baseline jumper, good. Jordan's got 21. 8 in the third, and the Bulls back to a 4-point lead.
Stole the ball from Oakley, started to take it out and said, no, I can hit the J from here. Boom, he did. Michael with a big smile on his kisser.
67-63. Cheeks in the New York front court, outside left, guarded by Paxson. Cheeks directing traffic from there. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Ewing around Cartwright for the monster dunk. And he drove the left baseline.
When he gets out that far, Bill's got to take a little step back, Jim. He can't challenge him too quick.
New York stays within 2. The Bucks are coming back at Philadelphia. It's an 8-point lead for the Sixers in the third. They were up by 16. Pippen a bounce pass to Grant, out of high. Now to Jordan on the right side against Wilkins. Michael turning on the dribble, fakes on Wilkins, feeds it off to Cartwright. The short shot, no good in the lane. Bill missed a 5-footer, point blank. And now Cheeks back for the Knicks, runs into people and scoops it up, no good, but draws the foul.
Ran right into Bill Cartwright. Bill couldn't get out of the way.
That's his 4th foul.
Will Perdue will be getting off his warm-ups here real quick. Now Bill just can't get out of the way. He runs right up his chest.
That's how smart Cheeks is.
That's right.
He knows players who can react, and the big guys normally can't. And so he just attacked him because he had Bill not really aware that he was in the area. Now Perdue does come in for Cartwright.
If we can watch Charles Oakley on the free throw line, he'll get in there quick. Will Perdue right next to him. There he goes. Well, he lets his good free throw shooter make it.
Cheeks with 9. The Knicks have cut it to 1 after the Bulls went up by 5. John Paxson brings it up. Double team pressure in the backcourt, ahead to Jordan. Boy, once the Bulls beat the press, they elect to just hold the ball out front. They don't, even with Ewing out of high, pressuring the way he was last time. Michael's fadeaway shot, good out front, off to the right. Jordan with 23.
That is best.
And the Bulls lead it by 3. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Cheeks outside left into Ewing. Ewing against Perdue to the hoop. Foul called. Ewing shoots 2.
Ewing is going to the hoop every time, Jim, and he's getting a free throw or the basket. Now the Bulls are not making him take the jump shot outside. He looks, he sees nobody there. Michael misses the steal. He comes on in. He's shooting 2-foot shots.
Who was that foul on? They called on Perdue. Patrick Ewing's free throw is good. Ewing 4 out of 5 from the line in this quarter. That foul on Perdue is 3rd. Ewing with 14 points in the game. 5:27 left to go in the third quarter. Ewing again. Nope. Rebound loose, and Pippen tracks it down. So the Bulls have it, leading 69-67. Paxson out front against Cheeks. Scottie Pippen guarded by Vandeweghe. 12 to shoot, right corner Jordan. Michael comes out around a double pick. They chase him out front. He's got it with 6 to shoot against Wilkins. Off to Perdue. Will Perdue off the drive. Lost the ball to Paxson. His fadeaway shot is good.
Yes,
Paxson hit it left of the lane under pressure. He's got 10. Pax with 6 in the third, and the Bulls lead it by 4.
That's Gerald Wilkins on Pax.
They go to Wilkins. Baseline right against Paxson. Doubled up, back out to Cheeks. Cheeks steps up, feeds Vandeweghe in for the left. His scoop shot knocked out of bounds. New York comes in with 8. He lost it out of bounds. The Bulls have it.
That's his 6th turnover in the game.
4:40 left to go in the third. Paxson in the front court. Outside left Pippen, and Cheeks is down to time up. But Cheeks was out of bounds, so the Bulls will come in with 16 on the shot clock. The Knicks tonight. Turnovers plagued them in the first game of the series, plaguing them tonight. 14 turnovers, and the Bulls have scored 16 points off of them. Bulls come into Perdue. Right of the key is Horace Grant. Michael Jordan right side against Wilkins. Jordan on the drive, shoots it on the right corner, missing. The rebound to New York. Cheeks has it. Here's Cheeks on the move, coming into the front court, hounded by Jordan. Cheeks turns it in, down the middle, lost the ball in a crowd to Grant, ahead to Jordan. Michael Jordan is grabbed by Wilkins.
He couldn't get it to Pax. Pax had the lead, but Gerald Wilkins reached out to grab him, his third.
He stopped the dunk. 2 team fouls on the Knicks and a timeout taken with 4:13 left to go in the third. It's the Bulls by 4, 71-67 on the Bulls Network.
The Chicago Sun-Times brings you Michael Jordan's Playground, where anything is possible. Subscribe now to 12 weeks of the Chicago Sun-Times, and we'll send you a copy of Michael Jordan's Playground free. Call 1-800-545-9000.
What do you think? Here's a better idea.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle.
No wonder nobody ever comes back.
Sharp.
To stay #1 in facts demands a whole new level of thinking.
Sharp thinking about business.
Sharp's thinking led to breakthroughs like the world's first desktop full-color fax, adding new dimensions to the way you'll do business.
Sharp thinking.
It's created a complete line of plain paper fax that produce permanent laser-printed documents of unsurpassed quality. Sharp Fax, #1 in America. Because the way to meet new business needs with new technology is...
Sharp thinking about business.
Say fans, the Bulls and Gatorade team up for 10 summertime basketball clinics in the Chicagoland area. For more information, call the Bulls Community Services Department at 312-943-5800. While we were away, a technical foul was called on Maurice Cheeks, I think because he felt he was fouled on the drive down the lane. And Michael Jordan was fouled coming back the other way.
So MJ shooting only his second free throw of the game.
And this is the first in the second half for the Bulls.
Bulls with what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this technical.
Michael's free throw is good. He's got 24 points tonight. 11 here in the third quarter. The Bulls lead is 5. This equals the largest. And 4:13 remaining. The Pistons are back in Atlanta after trailing by 15 early. They lead it by 5. 76-71 in the third. Scottie Pippen out front against Vandeweghe. Paxson with 18 to shoot. Gives it up to Pippen. Now Jordan has it off to the right, guarded by Wilkins. Michael Jordan, a jump pass into Perdue across the lane. The half hook, rimming no. Tip Grant won't go, and it's taken out by Vandeweghe. Good stop by the Knicks defensively.
Yeah.
And now Cheeks finds Wilkins, who launches a 3 in and out from the right side. The ball on the floor. Oakley trying to save, and does to Wilkins. And now the pass out of bounds to the Bulls.
Turned it over. So they made a stop. They come down. They throw the ball. The Oak made a good effort to try to get it, but threw it behind him, and
Wilkins
threw it away.
Blind pass by Charles Oakley. So the Bulls have it. Jordan off to the left, guarded by Wilkins. Michael on the drive, baseline left, in on Ewing, hangs it up there, bank no good. Purdue with a follow, bank no good. Loose ball to Oakley. Again, the Knicks turn the Bulls away and stay in this game. Cheeks on ahead to Vandeweghe in the left corner. Outside left is Cheeks. Vandeweghe with it, wide left, moves in on Pippen, kicks it back out to Cheeks. Now Ewing backing in on Purdue, shoots the ball over the rim to Vandeweghe, missed the layup, drew the foul on Jordan. Michael Jordan with his second, and Vandeweghe on the line.
Well, they play Ewing to go away on the play.
Oh, he got away with he lowered the shoulder right into Will.
Will drops Will, misses the shot, and then Vandeweghe inside of Oakley, and Michael on the foul.
Kiki Vandeweghe, 7 straight free throws tonight. 16 points in the game. So 3:03 left in the third.
Even though they turned the ball over, they denied the Bulls the last 3 times down the court, Jim. Kiki knocks in his 8th free throw.
72-68 Chicago. Vandeweghe getting ready. He's only missed 1 free throw attempt in the series. He has missed none tonight, 9 straight, and the Knicks are within 3. Paxson driving into the front court. Beats the pressure, but that time Ewing was laying back inside. Scottie Pippen off to the right. Wide right is Horace Grant. Horace guarded loosely by Ewing. Bounce pass into Jordan. Michael low right against Wilkins. 6 to shoot. Jordan turning. Fade away on Wilkins. Got it. Michael Jordan hit the fadeaway jumper. He's got 26. 13 in the third. The Bulls back to a 5-point lead with 2:33 remaining. Cheeks runs the show for the Knicks. Outside left, guarded by Paxson. Here's Ewing against Purdue. Ewing doubled up. The pass knocked out of bounds by the Bulls with 11 on the shot clock. The Knicks throw in front of the Chicago bench.
Now they made Ewing drop step back. He dribbled and he couldn't go anywhere, and that's where you want him.
Right. With no dribble and way out on the floor. Now Cheeks to throw in. He triggers to Wilkins. Right side Vandeweghe. Long jumper over Pippen is missed, and Jordan the rebound. Let's see if the Bulls can extend on the 5-point lead this time. Michael Jordan driving it baseline left in on Wilkins. Lays in. Michael Jordan with 28. This is where it's got to be tough for Wilkins coming back off the injury, trying to stay with Jordan defensively.
Remember, Michael had 28 in game 1, didn't play the last quarter.
Now the Bulls have their biggest lead at 7. Here's Ewing against Grant, baseline left. Ewing gets double teamed, cross court to Gerald Wilkins. He drives it in on Purdue. Scotty! Blocked by Pippen. The Bulls come out with it. Scotty on the push, 3-on-2. Paxson in for the right side. Scoop shot, no, but a foul. And John Paxson shoots 2. Foul is on Vandeweghe, his 3rd. And now Walker coming in for Oakley.
Here's a play. Will comes out. Scotty comes across, makes a beautiful block. Will gets it to Michael. Michael forces by filling the wing. Scotty fires down to Pax inside of Vandeweghe. And here's a guy that's made 37 out of his last 39 free throws in playoff competition, Jim. He doesn't shoot a lot of them, but he makes the most of what he gets.
He hits the first one, and that gives him 3 for 3 in this series. Michael Jordan is out. Craig Hodges is in. Trent Tucker getting ready to come on for the Knicks. Already Kenny Walker has entered the lineup for Oakley, and Paxson hits the 2nd free throw, and now the Bulls have their biggest lead at 9. 78-69 with 1:40 remaining in the 3rd. Gerald Wilkins out front. Cheeks has it against Paxson. Left of the lane, it's Ewing. Takes it baseline, leans into Purdue, and rims the shot. No good. Horace Grant the rebound. Off to Hodges. Scottie Pippen brings it up.
Get in the corner, Hodge.
Hodges has it out between the rings instead. Vandeweghe guarding him. Craig a bounce pass to Pippen. Baseline left. Scotty a jump pass out to Hodges. Craig takes up slack in the lane. Lean in jumper. Rimming on the top edge. Didn't touch. And Purdue put it back in. Will Purdue with 4. And the Bulls have opened up an 11-point lead with 1 minute left in the 3rd. Outside left, it's Cheeks. Lobs the ball into Ewing. Low left. Back out. Wide left. Cheeks. Cross court Vandeweghe. Baseline right. Kenny Walker. Gerald Wilkins has it to the right. Now to Ewing. He comes into the lane. Lean in. Shot. Bank. No. Will Purdue the rebound. Will fouled under the basket. The foul on the Knicks. Patrick Ewing. Oh, it's Kenny Walker.
Yeah,
I'm
Kenny
sorry.
gets his first, yes.
New York over the limit, and Will Perdue on the line to shoot 2. And now Trent Tucker comes into the lineup for the Knicks. Will Perdue, 2 of 4 free throwing in the series.
The Bulls have done, again, what they have done in this quarter to this team. They've taken them out of the game by giving them very few points. They've got 19 so far. Here comes Big Will. Misses his first one. He's got 2 hoops in the game, Jimmy. Got them both off the offensive glass and put them back up and in.
He does. And now John McLeod takes Ewing out and puts Gerard Mustaf in. And the Bulls have opened it up here in the third. Purdue's second shot. That's in. The Bulls are on a 12-2 spurt here in the third quarter. They lead at 81-69. 42 seconds left. Cheeks against pressure. Knocked loose, but picked up by Walker. Walker a jump pass ahead to Trent Tucker. The Knicks have it in the front court.
Watch the 3 now with Tuck.
Tucker guarded by Hodges with 10 on the shot clock. Off to the left. Tucker a standing dribble. Mustaf has it top of the key. Left side Tucker. Tucker 3 to shoot. Shoots it left side. It's a 2, and he hits it.
Tough shot.
Tucker has 4 points tonight. A 10-point Bulls lead with 18 seconds left in the third. Scottie Pippen walks it up. Scottie Pippen out front. No shot clock. 8 seconds. Pippen driving Vandeweghe in from the right. Lean in shot. Nope. Tip.
Big guy.
Will Perdue has 7. And the Bulls are back to a 12-point lead. 1 second. And Cheeks walked with a ball as the third quarter came to an end.
They're going to give him a
put
second.
time up there.
I think they're going to give him a second and a half or so. 1 second. Scotty wants 2.
No, he won't get 2.
No, they give 1+ if they get anything. So anyway, the Bulls really put the... It's over.
3/10 of a second left. And
3/10. Come on. 1 second.
And we know that you can get a shot off in 3/10 of a second because right about where this ball will be inbounded.
No, Phil doesn't want a 20 second.
Phil is taking a full timeout with 0.3 left. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Worry, call the Kyrex man. You know why I came to Kyrex for my muffler? I came for the overzealous expression of gratitude I received.
He came for the service.
I came for the superior expertise that's backed by this documentation.
He came for the lifetime guarantee.
You know why I came to Kyrex? I came for the economic ramifications.
He came for the price.
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, call the Kyrex man.
Our projection screen looks so real, you'll feel like part of the show when you watch the new RCA home theater. It also has surround sound that's so real.
Stand back, everyone.
You'll forget you're sitting at home.
Let me handle this.
The RCA home theater also has Picks and Picks. It lets you watch 2 things at once, in color. Another way, RCA is changing entertainment again.
Can you possibly be as nice as you seem?
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, how about some tickets to a game?
No.
Can I get a picture of you and my husband?
You know, I'm your biggest fan.
Hey, Mike, how about a game of horse? Can't you see I'm doing a commercial?
Hey, Michael, is that your blazer?
Yep.
We have a ride.
Sure, hop in.
0.3 left in the third, and the Bulls to throw in right where New York threw in with 0.1 left in January of '90 and won a game that changed the rule to 0.3. Pippen lobbing it inside, stolen by Walker. So the 0.3 runs off. The Bulls do not score in the final 3/10 of a second, but still they have a solid third, and they lead it by 12 after 3, 83-71 on the Bulls Network.
This is no ordinary workshop because it's filled with master mechanic power tools from True Value hardware stores. From circular saws to cordless drills, professional quality master mechanic power tools can make the most of every job you face. And with their combination of power, precision, and performance, they're building quite a name for themselves. So bring out all the possibilities in your workshop with Master Mechanic power tools from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
We don't deal in lightweights. We specialize.
Triple Crown has hockey cards, basketball cards, football cards, and Triple Crown has baseball cards. Triple Crown Trading in Naperville carries hundreds of sports cards from 1950 to 1990. We buy, sell, and trade. Link to Sportsnet Dealer Network, we offer top dollar for your mint condition sports card. Triple Crown has everything for the serious sports card enthusiast. We carry names like Score, Upper Deck, Topps, OPG, Hoops, and Pro Set, plus a full line of gifts and supplies. Score big, visit Triple Crown Trading Company, corner of 5th and Mill in Naperville.
The Triple Savings Sale is on now at Valley Imports in Naperville, Aurora. New 91 Honda Accords from just $199 a month. New 91 Mazda Miatas from just $249 a month. And new 91 Volkswagen Foxes from only $148 a month. So don't just come in. Triple time it to Valley Imports because these sale prices won't last long. Hondas, Mazdas, and Volkswagens all under one roof and triple sale price now at Valley Imports. Just 2 miles west of the Fox Valley Shopping Mall on New York Street in Naperville, Aurora.
Let Suntech Builders add to the beauty of your home with creative designs and quality construction that separates Suntech Builders from the rest. Whether you're remodeling a kitchen, adding a bath, a custom-designed sunroom, a relaxing spa room, or to enjoy the outdoors with a unique screen porch or deck, Suntech Builders for all your remodeling needs. Call Suntech Builders at 393-4771 for the ultimate in creative design and construction.
For the best selection of Bulls hats, T-shirts, jackets, and other NBA merchandise, visit the official Bulls team shops at any one of the 18 Chicagoland Carson Perry Scott stores. The Bulls are 12 minutes away from locking up the first-round playoff series in 3. New York against pressure in the front court. 83-71 the score. Outside left is Wilkins. Now Ewing. Baseline left. Turnaround shot is missed. Walker to the tip. No. Loose ball in the corner and out of bounds to the Bulls. Last touch by Trent Tucker.
Jim, in a quarter, the Bulls scored 30 points. 8 by Pax, 5 by Will, 15 by MJ. That's 28. Will had 5 rebounds. Those 3 guys did a big job, huh?
They really did. The Bulls defensively held the Knicks to only 17 points in that quarter. Bulls on the attack. Purdue has it right of the key against Ewing. Hands the ball to Hodges. Craig turns it in back to Purdue. His shot in the lane. Rimming. Nope. Taken down by Kenny Walker. Tipped away by Hodges. But it's picked up by John Starks. So the Knicks have it. They work it left to right. Starks bursting into the front court. And walk with the ball.
Action a little fast there now for a guy coming off the bench. He hasn't played. He's trying to up the tempo.
17 points in that third defensively for the Bulls after the Knicks had 31 in the first quarter tonight. Pippen down the lane, gets bumped, shoots it up, in and out. No foul called, and the rebound to Ewing. Off to Starks.
Well, if neither team scores, I still like our chances.
Here's Wilkins, 3 tries short from out front. Horace Grant a pickup. Now to Armstrong. A loose ball picked off by Walker. Left side jumper, in and out Trent Tucker, and Armstrong has it now.
Whoa.
And then his pass ahead almost overthrown. Pippen controls into the front court.
Don't you like our chances if neither team scores?
Yes, sir. Purdue with a ball right of the lane, 12 to shoot. Hodges backs it out, guarded by Wilkins. On the left side, it's Armstrong into Horace Grant against Walker. Horace goes baseline left, underneath, shoots it up, block. Loose ball to Starks. Both teams shooting blanks here in the fourth, and now Pippen steals it from Starks. Scotty fell down the dribble, but a loose ball foul called on the youngster John Starks.
Boy, anybody going to do something right here, but we've lost a minute and 40 seconds in this quarter.
Scottie Pippen sits down. Michael Jordan coming back into the game. Stacey King also re-enters, and Horace Grant is out. 10:20 remaining, and the Bulls still have that 12-point lead, 83-71.
Guy that's really graduated in these playoff series is Will Purdue. Hasn't he really done a good job?
He really has the last 6 weeks of the regular season, and he's continued right on. Purdue with a ball right of the key against Ewing. Jordan low right double team. Now Ewing backs away. Michael's turnaround jumper banked it in. He drew the foul on Gerald Wilkins.
Isn't that odd? Nobody could score in a minute and 40 seconds, right? Or a minute and 56 seconds. Michael comes in, bangs one off the glass, and Gerald Wilkins picks up the foul.
And now the Bulls with a 14-point lead and 10 minutes remaining. Jordan on the line. going for the three-point play.
Michael with more points than he scored this year in the playoffs now.
28 in game 1 was his high, and now he has 31 as he hits the free throw. The Bulls lead is 86-71, and a date with the 76ers appears to be high noon Saturday in the stadium. Philadelphia leading Milwaukee by 20 in the 4th. Inside Ewing, turnaround shot. We get a foul call.
Big Will picks up 4. Is that?
So Purdue has 4 fouls, and Cartwright with 4 fouls guarding Patrick Ewing. Kiki Vandeweghe getting ready to come back for the Knicks. Kenny Walker goes out. Patrick Ewing tonight, 14 points in the game. 4-4-6 from the foul line. We never did get an attendance count tonight, but we can see the empty seats in the far reaches of Madison Square Garden. 9:50 remaining. Ewing hitting the first of 2, the second one on the way, and that's it. The Bulls lead is 13. Michael Jordan against Wilkins. Strolls into the front court. Jordan out front. It's Jordan, Hodges, Armstrong, King, and Purdue. Stacey King out front, 12 to shoot, dribbles left against Vandeweghe. Now to Jordan, down the lane left. Michael shoots it up, blocked by Ewing. King with a pickup, 5 to shoot. Tucker stole the ball from King, ahead to Wilkins. Wilkins with a scoop shot, no good, and Stacey King the rebound. Now Armstrong on the drive into the front court. Right corner, Jordan. Michael unloads from there. Rimming, no. Rebound, Ewing.
Michael had too much time to open the shot. Widest he had all night.
Here's Gerald Wilkins feeding Tucker. A right corner 3. Good, and the Knicks are within 10. Trent Tucker hitting. Tucker with 7. Inside of 9 minutes for the game. 86-76 Chicago. Michael Jordan in the front court to the right has picked up the dribble. King has it at the foul line.
Watch out!
Yeah, he turns and plays it left corner to Armstrong. BJ fires, missing. Purdue got shoved on the play, but the ball on the rebound hit up on the shot clock.
When I was hollering, watch out, King had the ball, and the guard, Mo Cheeks, just came right over, took a swing at it, and just missed it. So they got a chance to knock it into single digits here.
The Bulls could use a defensive stop this trip with 8:35 remaining. Out front, Cheeks guarded by Armstrong. Left side, Vandeweghe drives King in the lane. A pitch out to Wilkins. Now to Cheeks. 20-footer ahead of the key right there. Has he missed his shot tonight? Cheeks has 11 points in the game. Yeah, he has. He's missed 3. He's 5 of 8. 86-78 Chicago. Stacey King right of the lane, guarded by Vandeweghe. He backs in, gets bumped, missed the shot, but he'll shoot 2 as Stacey King was double teamed, and there was Cheeks.
Yeah, he's going right to the man with the ball. You got to watch out. Okay, here goes Hodges out. Scotty comes back in. Horace is going to come back here in a second.
Stacey King scoreless in the game and really struggling at the foul line in the playoffs. 2 for 5. The Bulls could use these 2. He's got the first one. 87-78. 8:11 remaining. King with the second one. Yep. Stacey hits them both. Couple of big free throws. 88-78. Now the Knicks have it in play against pressure. Wilkins. Pippen knocked it away to King. Scottie Pippen has it now on the right side, so just like that, the Bulls come up with a steal. Here's Jordan on the right side, doubled up, and Ewing is lurking in the vicinity. Cross court left to Armstrong. Out front, Pippen. Right side, Jordan, driving it baseline right. Pumps the shot up, blocked. King with a follow, missed. Will Purdue.
And a boy, Will, big Will.
With 9 points in the game, and a lot of in-step coming on the offensive boards. The Bulls back to a 12-point lead. John McLeod takes time. 7:40 left in the New York season. Maybe, and it's 90-78 Chicago on the Bulls Network.
Of all the automobiles in the world, no car has ever been more carefully scrutinized than the Honda Accord. So high are the standards of excellence, it has inspired the highest owner loyalty of any import car in America. And because you love it, you can now lease it with no money down for only $199 a month with Honda's Love 'em and Lease 'em plan. True love for the life of your lease.
Shine the lights on you.
lights on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Shine the lights on this, shine the lights on that. Oh, shining all the others is where Bud Light's at.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. Everything else is just the light. Keep your Bud.
Everything else is just hot air.
Don't miss Game 1, Campbell Conference Final, Thursday at 8:30. The surprising Minnesota North Stars against Edmonton on Sports Channel Plus. Call your cable company for information on where you can see Sports Channel Plus in your area. A big plus for the Bulls tonight has been Will Perdue. You know, we talked, John, about how well Will Perdue played Patrick Ewing the last couple times the Bulls met the Knicks in the regular season.
That's right. He may have to pass to get the baton from Bill Cartwright a little later, as Bill wants to think of moving on in a couple years, you know.
Now the Knicks have Mark Jackson and Cheeks in there. Here's Ewing doubled up left of the lane. Pippen steals it from him. Boy, the Bulls smell it. Here's Jordan in the front court, off to the left against Mark Jackson. Michael getting double teamed, dribbles out against Trent Tucker, now turns it in, left the lane, drives in on Ewing, lost the ball. Patrick Ewing has it, up court, Pippen a steal. The Bulls coming right back with 7:15 left, leading by 12. Armstrong strolls off to the right side. Out front, it's Pippen. 14 to shoot. Horace Grant holding left on Vandeweghe. Into Jordan. Michael left baseline double team. Back out to Grant. 6 on the clock. Right corner Armstrong. 4 to shoot. Horace Grant's turnaround shot. No good. Baseline right. Ewing the rebound. And the Knicks come back trailing 90-78. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Mark Jackson out front against Jordan. Here's Ewing against Perdue. Low right. Back out to Jackson. He spins in. Drew the foul on Scottie Pippen before the shot. Third foul on Scottie Pippen. 2 team fouls on the Bulls. Now they list a full boat here tonight, but there are plenty of empty seats around.
What are those up there?
Those are empty seats. Many people came disguised as empty seats.
Yeah, Jimmy Stamos says that's what they gave me.
Here's Jackson with a pass off to the left side to Vandeweghe. He didn't take the three. He's being guarded by Horace Grant. He goes baseline left. Pippen snuffed it. Scottie the block and steal, and now Pippen back on the push. He had it knocked away by New York, but picked up by Jordan out front. So neither team can finish it offensively the last few trips. 12 to shoot. Jordan on the right side against Mark Jackson. Into Perdue, in on Ewing, and a foul on Patrick Ewing. His third. Will Perdue going to the hoop. Ooh, they call it on Tucker.
Well, in almost half this quarter, the Bulls have only scored, what, 7 points? But it's been enough to stay ahead of this team by 12.
New York has scored 7.
Yeah.
And Will Perdue hits the free throw, and the Bulls are enjoying their largest lead of the evening, 91-78.
Will joins a couple other guys in double figures.
Perdue again, and that's it. So this series, the Philadelphia-Milwaukee series, looks like it's going to be the minimum. The Sixers up, and they've got that one locked up. They're leading by 23 with a little less than 5 minutes left. Here's Mark Jackson dumping into Vandeweghe. His shot is blocked, but a foul was called on B.J. Armstrong underneath. Armstrong with his third, and Vandeweghe shooting 2. 5:54 remaining. A 14-point lead for the Bulls, who will, for the 3rd time in their history, eliminate the Knicks in a playoff series. They've only met 2 other times. The Bulls won the mini in '81, 2-0. Vandeweghe misses a free throw. Then the Bulls won in the conference semifinal round in '89, 4-2. And tonight, the Bulls lead it by 14 with 5:54 left. in Game 3, leading the series 2-0. And Vandeweghe hits the second free throw. It's a 13-point Bulls lead. Pippen under pressure in the backcourt, ahead to Armstrong, now to Jordan. Michael blowing in on Ewing, shoots it up, bank no good. Wilford gets it.
Oh, big guy.
Will has 13, another basket, and he will equal his playoff career high, which he got in the clinching win against the Milwaukee Bucks in round 1 last year.
He's got 7 offensive rebounds, I believe.
And the Bulls only had 3 as a team on Sunday. Trent Tucker nails a 20-footer wide to the right. He's got 9. 94-81 Chicago. The Bulls come inbounds with 5:20 left. Horace Grant has it in the front court. Off to Armstrong on the right side. BJ walks it out. The Bulls trying to use up some clock with each possession. Scottie Pippen swings it left to Jordan, guarded by Mark Jackson. Michael spins out, baseline left, hangs the shot up there and draws the foul. It's on Tucker. And now Charles Oakley returning for the Knicks.
Trent Tucker picks up his second foul. Oak comes back in. Jordan to the line, and the aisles are stirring here for maybe the last time, Jim, this season for the Knicks.
The announced crowd of 18,021, and New York needs to answer some real important questions about the direction this franchise is going to take. Michael Jordan's free throw is good. 95-81 with 5:01 remaining. Michael 14 out of 28 from the field tonight. Shoots the second one in. 33 points for him. Cheeks comes across, double teamed right at the timeline. And Cheeks takes a 20.
The Bulls have forced him into this situation about 4 times to take a timeout after they had him in a trap. So John McLeod with his last 20 maybe as a Knick coach, and you would think I think he's done a pretty good job here, and I don't know if he'll be around, but I would look to see him as a great teacher of young people. Look to see him maybe at the collegiate level. Jim, I know that there's talk of some of the expansion teams interested, but who knows? With 4:55, the Bulls 96, the Knicks 81.
The Bulls have only swept one other playoff series, and that was that mini-series win that we talked about against the Knicks in 1981. When they won the 2 games, that was the best out of 3 format.
They've given the Knicks 27 points in the second half.
They're getting to be like the Pistons.
in the defensive end, right.
On the right side, it's Jackson, guarded by Jordan. Cheeks has it now into Ewing, left of the lane, turnaround shot, rimming no. Michael Jordan, the rebound, knocked away. Michael went down on the floor, tries to save it in bounds. It's loose in the corner, and it's out of bounds to New York. Like they stepped on Darryl Garrison's foot over there.
Scotty takes a 20 now. Bulls take a 20.
Well, maybe it is not out of bounds to New York. Maybe it is the Bulls' ball, and the 22nd timeout saved it.
I'd say with Darryl Garrison, Michael loses it out of bounds. He tries to save it. He does. Scotty says, whoa, I'll help you. He gets it. He leaves for out of bounds.
Look at Oakley shove.
There he is looking for the 20 before he steps out.
Yep. So he got it.
He did it twice now, didn't he?
Yep.
2 games where Scotty was heading out of bounds.
Scotty threw the ball, hit Oakley in the back.
Yeah.
Walking away. $19 on the shot clock. And the Bulls have it. 4:38 left, leading by 15.
See what kind of eyes Scotty has for Oak.
Scotty's smiling now. Bill Cartwright with a smile on his face. So since the Bulls acquired Bill Cartwright, they have taken the Knicks out. Here's Oakley, a steal of a pass up court. Since Bill Cartwright came to the Bulls, he's been on the winning side twice in the playoffs against his old team, the Knicks. Ewing has it down low right, double team, cross court to Oakley, wraparound pass to Vandeweghe. Pippen a foul on a Vandeweghe layup. Scotty with his 4th. Vandeweghe shoots 2. Starks coming in for the Knicks. Maurice Cheeks going out. Kiki Vandeweghe, 10 of 11 free throwing tonight. 21 of 23 free throwing in this series. The Knicks in the regular season won 39 and lost 43. What New York did, especially early on in the regular season, as their season apparently is coming to an end tonight, the Bulls moving on to the next round of the playoffs. What the Knicks did early on was play better on the road than at home. Now they did finish.
What happened to Will?
He got fouled on that rebound.
Oakley
picks up the foul.
So Will had the rebound and trying to get the ball out. The Oak Tree commits the foul. That's the third one on him.
The Knicks finished up with a better than 500 home record, but that was because they had that real spurt in February and early March before Wilkins got hurt, before Charles Oakley had problems with his knee, where they were playing very well.
Yes. Well, they're stuck on 82, and that's what the Bulls have given them in the first 2 games, an average of 82 points, and Will misses the first free throw. Long minutes for Will. He's done a good job. Here comes John Paxson in for BJ.
Tucker has already re-entered the lineup for the Knicks, and Kiki Vandeweghe is out. Will Perdue hits the second one. 97-82 Chicago with 4:13 remaining. The Bulls and Sixers Saturday at high noon in the stadium. Lead-in shot no good by Ewing. Oakley on the tip-in. Well, it's a 13-point game with 4 minutes left. Scottie Pippen against Trent Tucker. Purdue has it. Missteal Starks. Right side Paxson. The Bulls trying to eat clock with each possession. 3:47 left. 8 on the shot clock. Off to the left is Jordan. Michael Jordan against Mark Jackson. Gets down the lane. Off to Pippen for the dunk. Jordan's dribble penetration set up Scottie Pippen. Scottie with 21.
Scottie only 4 in the second half, but what damage he did in the first half.
He really did. He carried the Bulls offensively in that second quarter. Oakley holding wide left. Now into Ewing low left. He's double teamed. Back to Oakley, and Jordan gets hit with a foul as Charles Oakley was going to the basket.
It's a good place.
With his third.
It's a good place at this stage of the game to have Oak Tree. And know where he is right now on the free throw line. He'll shoot 2.
He's 2 for 4 free throwing in the series.
He even tries to miss and get over the line, get his shot back to get a 3 off the free throw line. The Oak.
Well, he's a good enough rebounder.
Yeah. Works that ball out. He split a pair of free throws.
Oak's got 8 as he hits the first one.
Goodbye, Jackson, they're singing. They might be saying that about a lot of the guys with this team.
Yeah. Oakley missed the second one. Purdue the rebound. Scottie Pippen with it. Horace Grant dribbles into the front court. New York double teaming Grant. Pippen with a ball to the right. Out front Paxson. On the left side Jordan. Back out to Paxson. 10 on the shot clock. The Bulls have it in the spread. Scottie Pippen, a bounce pass to Horace Grant on the right side.
Like to
3 to shoot. Purdue against Ewing forces the shot, and the Bulls take a 24-second violation.
I would like to see Will. That's a timeout. One more basket. He would tie Ewing for honors.
And have a new playoff high. Timeout with 2:57 left. 99-85 Chicago on the Bulls Network.
When your car was new, regular unleaded gasoline worked fine for going to the store, a ride to the game, a drive to the country, taking the kids to school, a lift to the lanes. But it's a fact, around 15,000 miles, your car can start to lose acceleration because regular unleaded may not be enough. Now's the time to turn to silver. Higher octane Amoco Silver can bring back the acceleration, bring back the power, even to pick up Grandma.
Hello, HQ here, in disguise. As you know, we at Highland constantly monitor competitors like this store to make sure Highland's prices are incredibly low. What's the latest, Smithers?
Well, sir, this Xerox desktop copier was $569.97 at Sears, but the exact same copier is only $489 at Highland.
Can I help you?
No. Just looking.
Highland, the store that's impossible to beat.
Tonight on Channel 5 News at 10, beating a traffic ticket legally.
Most troopers will evaluate not only the violation, but the attitude of the driver.
tonight, judges and police on what to do if you're stopped and alternatives to paying a fine. Also more on our exclusive report, why many families will never hear a tornado warning and growing concern over warnings that don't work. And this controversial video game causing an international outrage. Join Ron Majors and Carol Marine tonight on Channel 5 News at 10.
Walt Disney World, remember, September 4th through the 8th, an incredible vacation with the Bulls for families with plenty of things to do for adults. The Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, and Disney MGM Studios. Scottie Pippen, John Paxson, Craig Hodges, B.J. Armstrong, they'll be there at the Disney Contemporary Resort. You fly Delta, call 1-800-342-9889 for details.
I may make that trip myself.
Mark Jackson spins in left and scoops the pass out of bounds.
Got a final here,
Detroit
Jay.
Pistons win tonight in Atlanta, and Philadelphia moves on to meet the Bulls as they take out Milwaukee in 3 straight, 121-100, and Detroit takes a 2-1 lead in their series with the Hawks, 103-91. And the Pistons were down 15 in that game, remember. 10 on the shot clock. Michael Jordan plays it left to Paxson. Left corner, it's Pippen. Scottie comes out on the drive. Right side, Paxson. He shoots it on Starks and hits it. Nice to see John Paxson regaining his shooting eye.
Boy, I put his name down here as a guy I thought could hurt this ball club, and he has tonight.
14 points for Pax. The Bulls with the big lead. Tucker nails a 3 off to the right side. Trent Tucker with his second 3 of the game. 101-88 Bulls with 2 minutes left. Scottie Pippen out front, pressured by Tucker. Horace Grant has it wide to the right, back out to Pippen, 8 on the shot clock. Jordan holding left on Mark Jackson. 4 to shoot. Michael backs in. Now to Paxson, right corner. He comes up shooting. Rimming, no. Purdue a tip, no. Pippen the rebound. Out to Jordan. The Bulls will burn some more time off the clock. 1:33 left. Will Purdue left of the lane, guarded by Oakley. Purdue to the hoop. Lefty hook. Banked it in.
Hey, he just tied him, right?
Will Purdue with 16 points in the game, and that's a new playoff high for him.
He's got 16 and 10 rebounds. Ewing has 16 and 13 rebounds. Much of a wash, huh?
Yep. Hey, Will's done a good job with Ewing this year. Now here's Ewing across the lane. Jump hook is in, so he'll have him. Unless, of course, Will gets another hoop. 103-90.
Now you got to remember, Cartwright got 4 points, too. To go against the big guy.
Michael Jordan in the front court to the left. An announced crowd of over 18,000 headed for home in Madison Square Garden as the Bulls take out the Knicks in 3 straight here in this Eastern Conference Series. 2 to shoot. Horace Grant missing an 18-footer from the right. Ewing the rebound with 48 seconds left. Starks gives it to Ewing down the lane for a monster dunk.
And that could be their last hurrah, Jim.
40.9. They'll get it again on 24-second possession. Here's Jordan into the front court. Scottie Pippen out front holding the ball on Tucker. 12 on the shot clock. 28 on the big one.
All the Bulls did was just hang on to the ball in the last 2 minutes.
Yep. Purdue's lead-in shot blocked. No foul called. Loose ball. Horace Grant couldn't get there. New York has it with 19 seconds left. And now Quinnett and Mustaf come in for the Knicks. Hodges, Armstrong, and Livingston for the Bulls. Paxson, Jordan, and Horace Grant go out. So a second-round matchup for the Bulls that's going to be a little more difficult than people thought. Milwaukee, of course, was favored in that Philadelphia series. Mustaf gets the dunk. But now it'll be a 76er team, which beat the Bulls 3-1 in the regular season. But remember, the Bulls beat them last year 4-1 in the playoffs, and Philadelphia had also won last year's season series. Here's Pippen outside calling a play. Scottie launches a 3. Banked it in. Game is over. It's the Bulls winning and sweeping the series from the Knicks. In the second half, it was never in doubt. Once Michael Jordan took over in the third to help spearhead the Bulls' 30-17 point total in the third quarter. And the Bulls close out the Knicks season winning tonight. The final score 103-94. Now we will come back and recap after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Happy and healthy summer. See you next season. Madison Square Garden, the Knicks, thank you for coming. Have a safe football. Good night, everyone.
So the Bulls win it by a final of 103-94. They sweep the series from the Knicks. The Philadelphia 76ers have won, so it's the Bulls and the Sixers in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Just call him Will Produce. He had 16 points tonight. That is the most points that Will Perdue has ever scored in any type of the NBA basketball game. We've got much more coming ahead here on Sports Channel. We'll have post-game from New York. We'll hear from Jim and Johnny. We'll also be back here with all the rest of the NBA scores. That's all coming up on our post-game show. Stay with us.
You knew it couldn't last forever. The hottest sales event is almost over. Hurry, and you can still get red-hot deals in our biggest selection ever. We've still got the models you want, like Celica, Camry, Corolla, even economical Tercels. Hurry in to get factory-to-dealer incentives, special option packages, immediate delivery plus dealer discounts. But you've got to get down to your Toyota dealer fast, because hottest is going fast.
When your office is 200,000 acres of rugged woodland, and you train the men who prevent anything from happening to it, you can't depend on just any deodorant. Men count on Old Spice deodorant. It works to prevent odor, to neutralize it before it starts. There's nothing else this effective with the clean classic scent of Old Spice.
Hi, Aunt. Update at the office.
You bet. Old Spice deodorant, because prevention is the ultimate form of protection. Count on it.
So the Bulls sweep New York, winning tonight 103-94. The New York Knicks had the early lead tonight. We talked about that when we went on the air tonight. We were setting our game plans. We knew that the Knicks would have that emotional surge early, and that the Bulls would have to withstand it, and withstand it they did.
They did an outstanding job, Jim. They limit this team to 40 points in the second half. They closed the screws down in the third quarter. They trailed by 12 in the game. A guy that gave him a big lift, Gerald Wilkins, started the game. He came in, he hit a three-point shot. He had 11 points in the first quarter. The rest of the game, he gets 4 more, so they really closed the door on him. Off the bench, Will Perdue came in and did an outstanding job. He had his career high, as you say, in the playoffs, 16 points. He had 10 rebounds, did a great job, and really, he and Bill Cartwright nullified the 20-point effort that Patrick Ewing gave.
Yeah. The third quarter, of course, was the key. That was the quarter in which the Bulls outscored the Knicks 30-17. And Michael Jordan had 15 of his points. He had 15 of the 30.
Well, Scotty really carried him in the first half. He did a yeoman's damage. He had a bunch of rebounds. He scored the heavy points to keep him in contention. And then it was like Paxson in that quarter, Michael, and the 5 rebounds and the 5 points by Perdue that were 28 out of the 30 points they scored. So they really came back and did an outstanding job.
Other winners tonight, Philadelphia sweeps Milwaukee. The Bulls get the 76ers, just as they did last year. In the conference semifinal round, the Bulls will have the home court advantage again this time around. That's a best-of-7 series, by the way, as opposed to the best-out-of-5 in the first round. And also, the Detroit Pistons came from behind and turned out the lights in Atlanta. So now it's Detroit ahead in that series, 2-1. We've got a lot of post-game coverage coming your way on both radio and television. Once again, the final score is the Bulls sweep it. Chicago 103, New York 94.
The Chicago Sun-Times brings you Michael Jordan's Playground, where anything is possible. Subscribe now to 12 weeks of the Chicago Sun-Times, and we'll send you a copy of Michael Jordan's Playground free. Call 1-800-545-9000.
Satin days, satin nights, satin all around you. One rich coat, year to year, always seems brand new. Satin walls, satin dolls, change your point of view. Why see the world in black and white when you can have an ultra satin view?
New Ultra
Ultra Satin, the art of fine paint, exclusively at True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Introducing the Bud Light IMSA Racing Team. Catch it this season.
How do we get the truck back?
Throw it in reverse.
The rod and roll. Behold, the Sherman Shuffle.
The Buck and Wing.
Nike.
Foot Locker. Take a lesson. Tango.
Nike. At Foot Locker, where it all begins.
The Bulls advance in the playoffs with a 103-94 win over the Knicks. Let's go to Madison Square Garden, where Mike Goldberg is standing by with John Bach.
Well, thank you, Jim. I'll tell you what, I talked to John Bach just a second ago, and the word that comes to mind in the second half, press.
Well, there's no question. I think our pressure bothered them, and we kept it up. We felt at the end of the first half that if we could shut them down a little bit, and we did, I think 17-point third quarter. And we had the misfortune to lose Cartwright, but Purdue came up big. And Michael, I think, sensed the situation and went on one of his splurges, which gave us the lead. And I think it really upset this Knickerbocker team. They had played hard, had tried to take Paxson out of the game, had tried a lot of different defensive things, stunting with the big guy Ewing playing Horace, and thought our people, you know, were up to the challenge. They wanted to get out of here and get the third win and go home and get a little bit of rest and let the coaches worry about Philadelphia for a day or so. So
yeah, not long not to worry about him,
right.
Coach. But are you surprised the way Cartwright and Purdue were able to handle Ewing in the series as a whole?
Well, Bill has done it all, you know, regularly, so we certainly have a great sense that he can do it. Purdue has been increasing his defensive intensity, plays big and tall. He doesn't have the way some of the techniques Bill has, but he'll learn from Bill Cartwright, and his play was invaluable. I don't think we could have done it without him coming off the bench like that, holding up real strong so that we could either bring Bill in. And the team took off, and at one point Phil said, you know, this is a time to close it out, and they did.
And you can't say enough about Scottie Pippen in the first half keeping you in the ballgame almost single-handedly.
Well, it's true. When Scottie and Michael have those kind of scoring binges and the other people feed off them, and then the defense sort of firms itself up and finds ways to press and keep after it. Knickerbockers have a habit all year long of throwing the ball away, and it always comes back to haunt you. The ball and possession is worth at least 2 points, and when you throw away, I bet they had 20 turnovers. And in doing so, they sent themselves on a quick summer vacation.
Well, there is no doubt you have no vacation planned for the near future, but you've been watching Milwaukee. You saw the sweep in the Bradley Center. Already thinking about the Philadelphia 76ers. What problems do they present you?
Well, they present a lot of problems that New York doesn't. They don't have Ewing in the middle, but they have a very experienced center. They have good scorers, and they really attack us well. I think it's going to be a great series, and it's really going to be, I think, the team that can win this series, and hopefully it's us, is the team that can go into the finals.
Well, let's hope it is the Chicago Bulls. John Bach, thanks for your time tonight. Congratulations. One down, just a couple to go. And, of course, that's right, 13 to go. We're going to go back right now to Chicago from Madison Square Garden. I'm Mike Goldberg. Back to you, Jim Blaney.
So much, Mike. Joining us in the studio now, Mickey Johnson. Mickey, let's talk about this game. First of all, the Bulls went on a 50-26 run from midway through the second period till the end of the third quarter. Why can the Bulls do this? Was it the defensive pressure finally got to the Knicks?
Well, I think the Knicks are their own worst enemy. The turnovers would kill the Knicks tonight, and the Bulls just took advantage of it.
Let me pose the question that you asked during the second and third periods. Where was Gerald Wilkins? He was hot in the first half.
Well, Gerald Wilkins not being there in the second half, opening it up for Pat Ewing as he did in the first half, the Bulls just cut it off, closed the line on Pat because Gerald was not in the game, and he was not hitting. So they just concentrated on in the inside game against Pat Ewing, and he couldn't score.
Okay, Mickey, we're going to come back to you in just a second. But first of all, we're going to show you the highlights from tonight. The Philadelphia 76ers, they have swept their first-round series. They win tonight in Milwaukee. The Sixers and Bulls will now meet in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Hersey Hawkins, he's played great in this playoff series. He played well tonight. Nails the three-pointer in the first half. Then it's going to be Charles Barkley, the other big half of the Sixers' offensive duo, and I say big facetiously, of course. Charles Barkley's going to get the jam. The Sixers led 55-39 at the half. Then in the second half, Milwaukee closed it down to a 6-point lead, 73-69. Then Manute Bol comes up with the block that starts the break going the other way. Charles Barkley will finish it off 84-71. The Sixers went off on an 18-4 run. Then it's going to be Manute Bol on the offensive end. You see him on the other side of the blocks. He'll come in and get the jam, 89-71. And then, what do you think here, Mickey? Charles and Manute, that's a good way for Manute to get hurt and end up on the injured list. Then it's Ron Anderson who's going to dish it off to Hersey Hawkins. Hawkins with a big night. Charles Barkley with 30, 121-100. The Philadelphia 76ers a win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, Mickey, let's talk about the matchup between the Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. How are the Bulls going to handle Barkley? How do the Sixers handle Scottie Pippen?
Well, I think the Bulls cannot handle Charles Barkley like the Philadelphia 76ers trying to handle Michael Jordan. They're two in a distinct class. I think the difference will be Scottie Pippen, and I can't see anybody guarding Scottie Pippen outside of Hersey Hawkins.
Okay, who gets Michael?
That's another question. You can throw anybody out there at him, and I don't think they're worried about Michael. They know Michael is going to get his points. I think the other points that they are worried about.
Okay, we've still got more to come on our wrap-up show here on the Sports Channel Report. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the other scores in tonight in the NBA playoffs. Stay with us.
I take care of my body.
The whole town's talking about the Webb boys, the Webb boys, the Webb boys.
At Hackey Webb Ford in Wheaton and Pat Webb's Glen Ellen Dodge, you'll find rock-bottom prices 365 days a year. Like an all-new 91 Ford Explorer at just $13,997, a new Ford Ranger for only $69.96, or a new Dodge Caravan for a low, low $12,288.
See your Webb family dealer today.
Moser Lumber invites you to our new millwork showroom, the answer to your home remodeling and design needs. From traditional to contemporary, Moser's Idea Center has everything. Efficient modern windows with unique styling, decorating details, and a wide selection of hardware. Interior and exterior doors that open up new possibilities for your home. And beautiful wood craftsmanship with paneling, moldings, trim, and fireplace mantles. Let Moser help you create the home that reflects your personal style. Only at Moser Lumber's North Store in Naperville.
Make a splash. Create the bathroom of your dreams with Phil Walls Plumbing. Choose from a wide selection of designer styles and colors, from fixtures to sinks and vanities. Immerse yourself in luxury. Phil Walls can provide you with everything you need for a beautiful home spa with custom whirlpool baths and tubs. Call Phil Walls Plumbing in Naperville and make waves with your new custom-built bathroom.
Lifetime in playoff series against the New York Knicks. For more from Madison Square Garden, including the play of the game, let's go back to Jim Durham.
All right, Jim, and not only are they 3-0 against the Knicks, but in the history of the Bulls, the only two series that the Bulls have ever swept came against the Knicks. In '81 in the mini-series when they won that one 2-0, and now in this one as they win it 3-0. The Bulls were very aggressive to the basket tonight. They attacked Patrick Ewing, and our Budweiser play of the game is going to point that out. Michael Jordan, you talk about a monster dunk. Now it looks like they've got him sealed on the perimeter. Nope, he goes by Starks. There's Oakley. Michael says, watch this, Charles. Right around him and then up and over Ewing for the dunk and foul, and Michael hit the free throw. And that play is our play of the game tonight, and that play really epitomized the way the Bulls went after Ewing, and especially so in the first half tonight. We didn't see it, but Scottie Pippen had a similar dunk on Patrick Ewing in the first half with a left-handed windmill right in his face. And that was coming at a time when the Bulls were trying to wipe out that big lead that the Knicks had built up. New York was in front by as many as 12 points in the first half, but by halftime the Bulls had it down to 1. And then after 3, the Bulls were up 12. And it was really never in doubt the rest of the way. Let's take a look at some of the final stats in the contest. The Bulls end up shooting .489 from the field in the game. The Knicks .508. The Bulls were solid at the free throw line, 17 for 21. New York 24 out of 32. But the big difference was rebounding. The Bulls out-rebounded the Knicks 42-37. And remember, the Bulls had only 3 offensive rebounds in the entire game on Sunday. Plus, the Bulls' pressure defense forced New York into 23 turnovers, of which the Bulls scored 22 points. The Bulls turned it over 12 times, and the Knicks came away with 5 points. And now Mike Goldberg is standing by with John Paxson.
Thank you, J.D. I certainly am with one of the main cogs of this basketball team. And congratulations, first of all. Can you say sweep, right?
Yeah, but we don't like to talk that way. We have a job we feel we have to do, and this was just the first step. And we played well. We thought we were in a good position at halftime, only being down 1. We knew we had probably taken their best punch, and defensively we were just terrific in the third and fourth quarters. Made Ewing take tough shots, made him pass out of situations, and our defense really won these 3 games for us.
Yeah, there's no doubt we saw that tonight. You talk about Philadelphia, you see that they swept also. That's what I mean about the importance of a sweep. Is that important that you don't have to play more games that they do early on in this playoff before you're going to meet them?
Well, it sure makes it nice now. Both teams are even up. You know, we get the same amount of rest and same amount of preparation time. But tonight was just a great win. Will Perdue came off the bench and just did an outstanding job for us. Michael had his usual game. Scottie Pippen defensively and offensively was outstanding. So a good win. A lot of contributors to this one.
Always difficult, especially coming into somebody else's building. The Knicks hanging on for their lives because they obviously did not want their season to end. Last year they were able to pull off the upset. They really threw the kitchen sink at you in the first half, John.
They sure did, and they played well. You have to give them a lot of credit, but we were down 10 or 11 at one point and came up with some key plays. A couple defensive stops and some fast break layups, and just got us the win. It's just a team effort. You know, this team takes a lot of heat sometimes about, you know, because Michael's greatness, but if we're going to win more games, it's going to take everyone.
When you talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, obviously you think of Charles Barkley, but a lot of people thought you weren't going to see Charles Barkley. They thought you were going to see the Milwaukee Bucks. You surprised that you're going to be going to the Spectrum for a couple?
Well, you know, anytime you get a 4 and 5 seed like Milwaukee and Philadelphia, they're both very evenly matched, similar records, and just looks like Philadelphia was, you know, up to the task a little bit better than Milwaukee, and they're going to cause problems for us because they got good athletes. Ron Anderson has always played well against us, and Armin Gilliam adds a different dimension to them, and obviously Barkley and Hersey Hawkins and Ricky Green's played very well for them. So they have a lot of talent, and it's going to be a real physical series.
Well, as Johnny Bach told me, 13 to go. Congratulations, John Paxson. That's right, 12. All right, John Bach, he said 13. John Paxson says 12. Regardless, we want everybody to go to the playoffs in Chicago. As a matter of fact, playoff tickets for the second round will go on sale at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Tickets will go on sale at the stadium, all Ticketrons, or by calling area code 312-902-1919. Home game C is already on sale and is the first game of the second round. Home games D, E, and F will go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. And when the tickets do go on sale, just to note, folks, there will be a maximum of 4 tickets per person. Prices are $28, $22, and $16. All dates, times. We know the opponent is the Philadelphia 76ers. Will be announced as soon as they are available. If we get more players available down here in the tunnel, we may do just that. Talk to him, Jim Blaney, but right now I'm going to throw it back to you in the Sports Channel Report studios.
Okay, thank you so much, Mike. Now, on Game 1 of the series between Philadelphia and the Chicago Bulls, as Mike mentioned, the times and the dates have not been set yet, but the speculation right now is that Game 1 would be Saturday at the stadium. That hasn't been firmed up, but if you look at the schedules of the way the NBA lays out their playoffs, the speculation right now is that Game 1 will possibly be on Saturday, but nothing is definite quite yet. Let's look at the rest of tonight's NBA scores. Starting with the Detroit Pistons, the Kings are not dead yet. Well, there's first of all the Philly score, 121-100, Philly over Milwaukee. Sixers play the Bulls next. Now let's talk about Detroit. They're a winner over Atlanta, 103-91. The Pistons were down by 15 at one time in this game. Joe Dumars had 30, and the Pistons now have the home court advantage back in that series with the Atlanta Hawks. Now let's swing out to the Western Conference. The Houston Rockets hanging tough at home. They need to stay alive. They're leading the Lakers by 4. That game is in the 4th period. Portland and Seattle have just gotten underway. In Seattle, the Blazers can wrap it up with a victory tonight. And Phoenix and Utah, maybe one of the more even series around the first round. They will play Game 3 of their series in about 15 minutes. They'll jump it up. That series tied at 1 game apiece. Mickey, let's go back and talk about the Detroit Pistons. As long as when you're the champ, somebody's got to beat you to prove otherwise.
Right. They are still a champ. They've been the champ for the last 2 championship seasons. As far as I'm concerned, they still have the crown. The Bulls are on the quest for the championship, but right now, you have to reckon with Detroit.
Pistons have the lead in that series 2-1. They'll play Game 4 in Atlanta, and if they don't get that one, they can always fall back on Game 5 of the Palace. What do you expect? Do you think Detroit can wrap it up in Game 4 at Atlanta?
I don't think so. I think Atlanta will come back, but I think Detroit will win the series.
But obviously, you don't want to have to go play a deciding game at the Palace.
No, I don't think the Bulls want to either.
Okay, thanks, Mickey. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to have more for you, including Major League Baseball scores, sports news of the day, and maybe more from Madison Square Garden. Stick around. We've got more coming up.
Sports Channel's exclusive coverage of the Chicago Bulls in the NBA playoffs has been brought to you in part by the Discover Card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. By your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. Toyota, I love what you do for me. By True Value. Got a tough job to do? You can do it with True Value. By Catapult, with the anti-fatigue rebound mechanism that you can actually feel. From LA Gear. By the Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago's #1 selling newspaper. By your local Chicagoland Chevrolet Geo dealers. By Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get.
On average, the comparable Mercedes-Benz is priced about $16,000 more than Acura Legend. Yet, curiously, for the past 4 years, Acura has ranked highest in customer satisfaction over all automobiles in America, including the Mercedes-Benz. It seems to prove, once again, that money can't buy happiness. But make your own comparison. Side by side, you'll decide. Acura.
Sports Channel, bringing the game to you.
The Bulls beat the New York Knicks to sweep the series 3-0. We're going to go back now to Madison Square Garden. Mike Goldberg is standing by with B.J. Armstrong.
Thanks, Jim Blaney. Of course, BJ had a big part in winning this series, these 3 straight games. Him and John Paxson both did a great job controlling this team. And first of all, I just say congratulations. You guys weathered the storm because the Knicks really came at you tonight.
They really did. I thought they played well. Certainly in the first half, they came right at us. And we were able to stand the challenge and overcome every obstacle they threw at us here this evening.
You said a second ago, a good game for you. What do you mean by that?
Well, in the playoffs, it's always good to have a good game where you can go out, the team's going to play physical, they're going to test you defensively, offensively, and you can get to run some things that you don't get to see during the regular season. And I thought it was a really good game for us.
The one thing that we learned from watching you guys play all year, that the sweep was a possibility. We knew that was what a lot of the experts were saying, but still to actually do it, that's an accomplishment.
It really is. It's a big accomplishment for a ball club. It says a lot about us, that we're focused, we come ready to play, and we really came out and got the job done here this evening.
Of course, the Knicks come into the series not playing so well. They've had a rough year. They'll regroup, try to get things together. The Philadelphia 76ers, the opposite end of the spectrum, to have a little pun there, the opposite end of the spectrum, huh?
Yeah, I think from what I've heard, everything that was indicated in the locker room, that Philadelphia won as well. So we've got to come out and get refocused back on Philadelphia and see what we can do there in that series.
You know, I talked to John Paxson about the fact that you both only had to play 3 games going in, so I guess you look at it even up, but during the regular season, they were one of the few teams that had your number. Does that worry you at all, or how do you approach it now, BJ?
No, it's a new season, and we understand that, and I'm sure they understand it, and we're playing well right now, so we feel a lot more confident playing against them, and but we know what we have to do to beat them now. Charles Barkley is back, and so we just got to get back ready and do what we have to do to win.
I got to ask you, how about Will Purdue tonight?
Will was just outstanding. You know, Will's played far and beyond anyone's expectations, and he's just really handled himself well. He's taken the good with the bad, and I'm just really happy for him, and I hope his success continues in the later starts of the playoffs.
Let me ask you one last question. As you go into this series with Philadelphia, you obviously know that it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a physical one. What, in your estimation, will be the key?
It's going to be a physical play. We've got to really control Charles Barkley. We've got to control Armin Gilliam. We've got to control just about every aspect of their game because they're so good. They're really talented. They can break you down in a lot of ways. But we just got to go out there and play aggressive and do what we do as well.
B.J. Armstrong, congratulations. You guys get to head back. You'd like to stay in Manhattan, or I guess not. You're ready to go home, aren't you?
You know it. You know, ready to get back to Chicago.
All right, get back a little practice. Get ready for the Philadelphia 76ers. One more time for you folks at home, if you're interested in coming to the Chicago Stadium and watching the Bulls in the second round of the playoffs, tickets for that second round will go on sale at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Tickets will go on sale at the stadium, all Ticketrons, and by calling area code 312-902-1919. Now, home game C, as it is being called, is already on sale. Tickets for that one, and that's the first game of the second round against the Philadelphia 76ers. Home games D, E, and F will also go on sale at 10 a.m. When the tickets go on sale, the prices will be $28, $22, and $16. A maximum of 4 tickets per person are available. All the dates and the times will be announced. Of course, the opponent will be the Philadelphia 76ers. Well, that wraps it up tonight from Madison Square Garden. We do not have a game on Thursday because the Bulls complete the sweep here this evening against the New York Knickerbockers, and they will move on to meet the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go back now to Jim Blaney in our Sports Channel Report studios. Jim?
Okay, Mike, thank you so much, and be careful coming home. We'll see you when the Bulls take on the Sixers.
Thank you.
Some numbers now for the Philadelphia series. The Philadelphia 76ers are the only team in the NBA to beat the Bulls twice at home this year, but on the other hand, the Bulls have won 11 straight playoff games at home, so we'll see what happens when Game 1 comes up over the weekend. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more on the Sports Channel Report. Stay with us.
My name is Ona Fowler. I was born in the year 1906. I live here alone, and this is where I hope to stay. It's my home. Thank you very much.
Can you possibly be as nice as you seem?
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, how about some tickets to a game?
No.
Can I get a picture of you and my husband?
You know, I'm your biggest fan.
Hey, Mike, how about a game of horse?
Can't you see I'm doing a commercial?
Hey, Michael, is that your blazer?
Yep.
We have a ride.
Sure. Hop in.
If you're trying to decide how to paint your house, just ask a professional painter how he might paint his house. With Sherwin-Williams, there's only one paint this good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
White Sox are on a Bill Murray road trip for a day and a half to Milwaukee. You know, they're zipping in, zipping out. It's like going to Wisconsin. So far, it's not going very well for the Sox. They are down 4-1 to the Milwaukee Brewers. The game is in the 4th inning. The Brewers got on the board early in the game when Greg Vaughn hit a bases-loaded double into the corner in left field. That scored 2 runs, and the Sox trailing the Milwaukee Brewers by a score of 4-1 in the 4th inning. Later in the American League tonight, Oakland, a half game. Well, first of all, I want to tell you about we got the Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers coming up tomorrow on Sports Channel. It's an afternoon game. It begins at 1:30. Now let's talk about the Oakland A's. They begin the night 1/2 game behind the White Sox in the American League West. Oakland plays the New York Yankees. That game just about ready to get underway. California begins the evening 3.5 back of the White Sox. They are at home tonight. The Angels are against the Cleveland Indians. Boston leading Minnesota 4-3 in the 7th inning. Seattle's up by 2 runs on Baltimore in the 8th. Detroit and Kansas City are still sitting out a rain delay. And Texas shutting out Toronto 3-0. That game is in the 4th inning. The California Angels have a new general manager for the first time since 1984. Mike Port was canned today because of a, quote, difference in philosophy. Dan O'Brien is the Angels' new general manager. While the Sox are making a quick trip on the road, the Cubs are stopping into Chicago to pick up some clean laundry before they head out for another road trip. The Cubs are also playing a 2-game set. They're playing the Astros at Wrigley Field for the next couple of days. Tonight, bottom of the 3rd inning, Hector Villanueva, a 3-run homer to left field. That put the Cubs up by a score of 6-1. But Houston has come back a little bit in this game. The game is now in the 6th inning, and the Cubs are leading the Houston Astros by a score of 6-3. In the National League, Cincinnati at home leading Pittsburgh in a rematch of last year's National League Championship Series. New York out in front of San Diego by a pair of runs in the 6th. That game is being delayed by fog. Montreal on a homer by Delinio DeShields beats Los Angeles by a final score of 1-0. San Francisco over Philadelphia by a run. That game is in the 6th. And Atlanta leading St. Louis. That game is in the 5th inning. When we come back, we're going to have some soccer news. The Power celebrating their NPSL championship. All that and much more when we continue on the post-game edition of the Sports Channel Report.
If you were to compare the all-new Acura Legend with the Lexus LS 400, you might be struck by the fact that the Legend has front-wheel drive for more nimble handling on slippery surfaces, higher EPA fuel economy, greater headroom and trunk capacity, even a more rigid body structure. But curiously, the Legend is still $10,000 less in sticker price. Side by side, you'll decide. Acura.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Gotta have it. It's so scrumptious. Love that chocolate when it crunches. Scrumptious. Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Scrumptious.
Michael Jordan, Chicago's favorite superstar. He's amazing. And now he's part of the Channel 2 sports team. It's the NBA playoffs with the Bulls driving toward the championship. Coming up tonight at 10, don't miss Channel 2's very own Michael Jordan from the locker room as Howard Sudbury reports live from New York. Then, Saturday night at 6:30, join Michael for the NBA playoff special with his exclusive playoff predictions. He's unbelievable, and you'll find Michael Jordan tonight only on Channel 2 News at 10.
Just watch it. Just a reminder that coming up next here on Sports Channel, we'll be showing you the replay of tonight's game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the White Sox. That's coming up as soon as we get done here on the Sports Channel Report. Heading out to DeKalb for a moment, the NIU Husky football team played their spring inter-squad scrimmage game this past Saturday. Along with new head coach and quarterback, the Huskies showcased a surprisingly aggressive new offense. The Gridiron Huskies, they built up a solid wishbone offense under the reins of Jerry Pettibone in recent years, and Stacy Robinson, he was at the controls, but he's gone. So now the Huskies are shooting for a new look in the coming football season. Pettibone's off to Oregon State. The Huskies are now under the command of Charlie Sadler. And the Huskies expect to be moving the ball downfield behind the arm of quarterback Stacy McKinney. With the new offensive game plan, the Huskies will be aiming for their first bowl game appearance since 1983. In 1983, the Huskies went to the California Bowl.
You guys caught it, too.
Well, we actually did catch it a few times, and again, I said all along that the forward pass is going to be a part of our offense, and I don't know if as much as they threw today, you know, those assistant coaches, when they get to go call the plays like that, well, they like to air it out a little bit, but we'll throw the football.
Sadler comes to Husky country after spending the last 7 campaigns at Oklahoma, the final 2 as defensive coordinator for the Sooners under head coach Gary Gibbs. A big party is underway tonight in Des Plaines to honor Chicago's newest champions, the Chicago Power. The Power wrapped up the National Professional Soccer League title late last week with a 12-10 overtime win at Dayton. The team put it all together with a big surge during the second half of the season, then took 5 straight playoff games to win the NPSL championship, the first indoor championship ever in Chicago.
To be, you know, a leader team and a championship team, it took half of the season to this to happen, but the players again realized that we got the talent, and we got a good talent. I mean it, because we showed in the last half of the season that we were the team that nobody could come and beat us.
I was really happy afterwards, and it was a lot of fun, mostly because Pato Margetic and Manny Rojas, you know, they really made this a fun season for us.